So I can use it
And
for
we
your game.
are live, and I am sorry that there was an ad for the Trolls movie. Apparently Spotify just said fuck your premium and just decided to start playing ads on my music.
I hold roleplay, now sponsored by Trolls.
And Spotify.
Please no.
What kind of trolls?
Like the Trolls movie,
Oh,
like the troll dolls.
The
Those
one
were
about
kind of cool back in the day, but no.
They were never cool.
What? They were awesome.
they were weird.
Are we talking about the dolls or the movies?
Both.
Both.
Because
All of the above.
I watch the movies because I have a child and they do not annoy me at all.
Like I used to.
It's because you become
down.
emotionally numb to children's stuff.
I was the kid with the magnifying glass, so I always had fun.
Fraggle Rock was always way better than Trolls.
Yes, it was.
Fair. Phenomena.
Sorry, everyone gets to hear me shake my gamer subs.
Yeah, your mic actually cuts it out.
Doesn't cut it out on the stream. Stream, on the other hand, I'm like watching the sound just peak.
Yes, it's the Discord sound suppression that does it.
Probably.
Yeah, what? Just kidding.
So, aside from the Trolls movie trying to take over our stream, how is everyone?
Stay warm.
I was just showing off
Doing
my
good.
in the works dice tray. So
Oh, nice.
Are you going to be using that today?
I am.
Okay.
Because the collapsible dice tray, it's like the felt is like peeling up. Not peeling up, but like there's a gap, so it's like not good.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I need to make myself a new dice tray as well, since my other one has become cursed, which I guess is fitting since I did design that one for Zale. So,
I mean,
yeah.
I need to get a brand new one because mine is just literally falling apart. Like I'll probably get probably look into like a wooden dice tray or something. But this was a quick like $10 Amazon buy when I needed it, so my dice weren't everywhere on my desk.
I was gonna say
Sometimes that's all you
we'll
need.
stop by Target or something, and they usually have like.
Oh no, I'm gonna go on a website and get it. Probably Amazon.
Fine.
Evie, please
I'm
stop
not gonna
opening
have
my
a
door.
Target date.
I mean, every time we go to Target. Yeah? What's up? Just comes in my room and yells at me.
That's what cats do.
We'll play Get the Kitty later. Anyway, so the last time we were together, the group had a bit of an encounter in the central part of the forest against a corrupted mother tree, and thankfully you were able to get through it without too much harm being done to your bodies.
I know.
So Syra did have to stay behind in order to plant the seed and begin to nurse the mother tree back to health. There was no time frame given, but from the sounds of it, she was going to be away for a while, which left the rest of you to begin to head out of the forest by yourselves and begin the journey into the wasteland. So you didn't get too far outside of the forest. I now have cat hair up my nose. As you ran into a bit of a sight, as you found Bernard looking a little beaten and exhausted on his knees with a rather familiar looking tiefling to Nerix standing over him, along with a winged being sort of standing over Bernard in judgment. When we pick up today, Bernard kind of is the first one to notice you. As he looks over and he, noticing you, just calls out, Callie. Oh good, a friendly face. Can you please tell these two I'm not a demon and I'm not hell-bent on destroying the world? The red one here has a rather murderous look in his eyes at this moment.
But Bernard, what's going on here?
Father?
The tiefling sort of tilts his head for a moment, hearing Nerix's voice, and he just rests the ring, like his ring blade sword on his shoulder. Turns to the side. Nerix, what are you doing out here?
That's my question for you.
I am out
I've
on
been
a
looking
mission.
everywhere for you. For a year?
It's a rather long mission.
With a angel?
He kind of looks back towards this rather large, broad-shouldered, dark-skinned, obviously celestial gentleman in these long flowing robes standing next to him. He just looks at Nerix's father and leans in and whispers something to him, and he nods, and he just takes to the sky.
Before he leaves, can I try to suss out what kind of clothes he was wearing?
Oh, they were 100% monk attire.
Familiar monk attire?
Mm-mm.
Completely out of my wheelhouse, huh?
Completely out of your wheelhouse.
Oh.
Yes, that's Angel is a partner of mine down here in these lands. Our interests, well, the interests of him and the Order align in what I am doing down here. But that doesn't answer why you are down here.
And I think at this point, Callie's just gonna run straight to Bernard.
And Callie, as you run, he sort of like just steps a little to the left and holds like like a flat blade out, sort of like motioning for you to stop. Not so fast, little one.
Leave Bernard alone.
You are familiar with this demon.
He's not that. And yes, I am.
And he sort of just like looks over to Nerix with a half quizzical and half judgmental look on his face. An ally.
Yes.
You travel with allies of devils and demons.
Well, he's an odd tiefling with extra abilities, but he has not proven any form of distrust.
You give me a persuasion roll.
Persuasion. Okay.
I
Come
forgot about
on,
your first
5
control.
charisma. Or 6 charisma, I apologize. 8?
Sighs and he shakes his head and he Just lifts the sword up to allow Callie to pass. As he begins to walk towards you. You haven't told me why you are down here. Did you find your sister?
Literally just left her.
Down here.
No, she was where you suggested. The clan up north. Took a while to find because they travel, but I was able to find her, and we've been looking for you for the last several months. The Order hasn't heard from you at all.
The mission has become complicated. I haven't had time to send missives or notes to the outpost. I was honestly just on my way there to make a quick report before heading on out again.
Okay, so what is the mission?
It started off with me and a couple of our other brothers to head south, check on the spread of the corruption, make sure it hasn't gotten too close to the walls, and then to report back. But about a week into our journey, new creatures and new effects of this corruption seem to have started spreading about the land and the populace down here. We've been doing our damnedest to find a way to push it back. But every step forward we gain, we lose another 3.
So why so long then that you sought out celestial allies?
It wasn't that we sought them out. We just happened upon each other in a battle.
Okay.
He claims that
So
he claims that he oversees this part of the world, specifically keeping an eye on the corpse of an elder god.
Did you happen to describe that elder god?
Never once. Just that he maintained a watchful vigil over it.
Did you say where the god's body is located?
He wouldn't allude to it.
Is there any mention of a bell?
He's mentioned nothing to us, only that he stands a constant vigil here over the corpse.
It's awfully vague if you guys have this partnership, but he doesn't give that information to you.
We do not share all of our information with him either. While we may be allies in this struggle, we are still strangers. And there have been times where Celestials in our order have not really seen eye to eye.
Noted.
So where did he fly off to now?
He said he needed a check on you-know-who.
I assume you know who that is.
I would assume it means the corpse that he watches over. Every now and then he disappears for a couple days and he returns. He's a paranoid lot when it comes to that body.
And what of Bernard? What did he do to cause such a sight?
He just appeared out of us. Well, not out of us, but out of our shadows.
That sounds bad.
I took him for some form of shadow demon, though the wounds that he has on his body are not from me nor my companion. He arrived in this condition. I was just about to begin interrogation when you and your companion showed up.
Well, he was finding some information for us.
information.
There is someone known as the Puppet Master.
I know of him.
Do you know that he's gaining control over grandmother and mother then?
He sort of like stops for a moment and like just looks away. I had not known that his influence may have affected them. I know of his reach and his influence, though he's tend to meddle in very few affairs.
He's meddled in our families.
And this is where this Bernard comes in.
He was keeping a watchful eye over them as well as getting some more information on the Puppet Master.
I would hate to make assumptions, but from the looks of it, he may have failed.
Well, we kind of lost communication with him for a while, so last I checked, everything was steady. But I guess this is the part where we can talk instead of interrogate, since he was helping Mother.
He nods. As he is somewhat under your charge, I will allow you to take lead on this.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh. Sideways. Ah.
Yeah, give me a second. Give me a second. It wants me to log into Discord. I have to do my authentication thing. Sorry.
It's like all of a
Sorry.
sudden the camera starts doing a barrel roll.
So actually, while that's going on, Callie has like gone right up to Bernard at this point and like giving him a hug and stuff. But while she's hugging him,
as you give him a hug, you can hear just like a soft gasp, and he gives like a very noticeable wince.
I will hug less painfully, but I will kind of whisper in his ear. Is the contract done? Is the Puppet Master dead?
And he doesn't really say anything to you. He's just very like weakly hugging you, and he just shakes his head.
That's okay. I'm just glad you're
And
alive.
you say that's okay, and he shakes his head again.
Well,
He's bleeding, right?
He's not bleeding, but he looks like he's been through the ringer.
As in, like, there's any like blood shed, dried or otherwise on him?
Blood, dirt, sweat, mud. Like, he looks like he's been put through it. He's like something like very rigorously kicked his ass. And
Just because I'm a little wary, because I remember the last time we met a puppet, it did not bleed.
he sort of just whispers in your ear. My brother got to him first.
of course he did.
And when I tried to make my move, he interfered. He said that the Puppet Master's death would interfere in his plans. That he would not allow anyone to interrupt them now that he is so close. But Callie, she was there.
She?
Valindra. They mentioned something about the gate south being unsealed.
This is concerning. Bernard, your brother, he's...
Is an asshole, yes.
I'm starting to feel like he might be our enemy here.
As much as I love him, he severed our bond.
But, I mean, at least he has no control over you now, right?
He never had control over me. We just had a promise never to harm one another.
And now he's broken that promise.
Yes. I haven't heard from Ori, but I would assume she's fine. He knows better than to mess with her.
Especially now that she has this fancy little book. Not that he probably knows that.
Maybe.
Well, we'll get you all fixed up, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna
And
do.
as you're having this conversation, there's like this high-pitched whine that begins to just flood the air as there is like a brief flash of light in the sky and just a very loud, audible explosion.
What was that?
What was that?
Your father sort of runs out a bit of a ways from you to like clear himself from like the obstruction of the small like mountainous range that separates the desert from the southern lands, and he looks up. Nyrix, in your journeys, did you ever happen upon a flying fortress?
Yes.
If that's what that sound was.
Look up and see what I can see.
And you see just like multiple chunks of that fortress that you had been in previously on fire and falling from the sky.
Oh, you guys.
What happened?
Wasn't that our home base?
That
It
was our
was.
home base.
Was.
Our celestial
damn it.
forge was in that place.
Snit.
Oh, that is going to be hell.
Snit, come in.
And as you're like trying to call out, you're just getting static feedback as you don't know if it's because his ring was destroyed or if it's because there's any sort of interference in this land. Your father looks to you, Nyrix. I need to go. I need to get back to the chapter now and inform them of what just happened. We're probably going to want to dispatch teams. Fallen
It took a year for
Celestial,
me to find you when you're just leaving?
the mission. It comes first. I'm not leaving out into the desert. I'm coming back south. But I need to inform the brothers as of what happened so they can dispatch teams, because a fallen celestial temple that is not good knows what sort of things were inside of that. Last thing we need is a bunch of uncivilized treasure hunters getting their hands on celestial artifacts.
Right.
All right, let's get inside then.
Is it all right then if you have to go? To make it easier this time, can I have a drop of your blood to help track you if you need aid?
That's not a bad idea. He pulls out a small vial and he just cuts his thumb and he sort of just wipes the blood, letting it drain down into it, and he just caps it off and hands it to you.
Thank you, Father. And she'll actually go up and she'll give him a big hug.
And he hugs you as well. You be safe down here. Make sure these uncivilized folk don't get in too much trouble. The rules down here are not as what they were up there.
So far, they're listening. Hasn't always been the case.
Stick to the roads. You should be fine. You know what corruption looks like. avoid land masses with massive corruption.
Right. Be well, Father. We'll keep in touch.
You as well. He sort of gives you like one more hug before he goes off into a sprint back into the forest, heading up the path towards the gate.
Eric's, where do we go from here?
I suppose we head north now. First things first, we should probably figure out what happened to Bernard. He was the one watching the clan, and if he looks like shit, something obviously happened. We need to figure out what.
Callie?
Look to Callie.
We should find somewhere private to talk. Bernard has some important things to share.
Nirix looks around for a moment. I mean, technically we're the only ones here right now.
Somewhere where Bernard can rest as well.
He shakes his like, I'm fine, little bird.
No, you're not.
Trust me, I've had worse. If my brother had wanted
comforting.
to, if my brother wanted to have killed me, he would have. This is merely a message.
Yes, and you winced from pain when I gave you a hug, so we're gonna find somewhere for you to rest.
Burns tend to have that effect on people. It's like he sort of like pulls his shirt down a little bit, and you can just see like the flesh underneath is like completely seared.
Do you mind if I...
That would be a bad idea.
Not that kind of healing?
This is infernal magic. Trying to heal me from it is only going to make it worse.
Fair.
Is there anything we could do to help? I mean, obviously we're gonna go for some place where you can lay down. But
My natural healing should kick in a little bit. Afterwards, I will be right as rain. But until then, it's gonna be a little tender.
Let's find a spot big enough and not in the middle of the path to set up our house so we can go inside and talk.
Fair. Is there a spot nearby?
And it's at this point that you've cleared the forest and you begin to look around for a spot nearby that the land itself does not look like anything you have ever been told. The area around the forest, and like from what you can see, looks to be a healthy grass plain. There doesn't seem to be any like purplish soil or demons and mutations walking about. It just looks normal.
But abnormal to us because we're used to the desert.
Yeah, this is probably the first time you've actually seen like a rolling grass plain.
Sure, let's just go over there and shucks it. Click.
You just chuck it and it lands in the grass a little bit, and then it just appears like pushing the grass itself is about waist high. And it just pushes it around, just kind of like encircles the house.
Makes that weird like wave.
Yeah. You now look like a house that hasn't, cut their lawn in years. You look like a dilapidated, abandoned building.
But the windows are still intact. That's the good news. All right. In the house. Might as well get some food ready. Oh yeah, Bernard, I never asked. What kind of food you like? As she goes into the kitchen.
He kind of just like winces as like he stands up and he's sort of like softly holding his ribs. Oh, you know me, I'll eat anything.
Fair. Worm steak it is.
wish we were kind of here under better circumstances. This would be a really nice place to relax.
I mean, we shouldn't let current news ruin the feeling.
It's like a fairy tale here.
As you say a fairy tale, off in the distance, you just hear this like blood-curdling screech.
If you plug your ears, it's like a fairy tale.
None of us recognize who or what it was, do we?
Bernard's
Some
like,
random-
the land's
You are.
the land. No, you do not. This is your first time beyond the wall, so
Okay.
Bernard's like, yes, the lands down here are rather surprising. In most cases, you won't find anything that that would be anything less natural than what we have up north. But there are areas that have pockets of corruption that weaken people, make them sick, mutate the flora and fauna into horrible monstrosities.
Which is why we have the wall.
Yes, that's why we have the wall. And he kind of just like looks at you with like a very, yeah, no, look.
That's why we built the wall. Didn't say that it was a foolproof plan.
You should ask your father what the real reason was. While yes, it does keep out creatures of corruption going north, it's also built to keep the people who are down here in the south.
Yeah, well, kind of ran off before we can have a heart-to-heart.
Yeah, he seems to be the duty first kind.
He always was.
Sure, there
It's
will
our
be
mission to protect.
another opportunity when things are a little less immediately dire.
Snit.
And again, you bring that ring up, and everybody in the area can hear you calling Snit, but all you're getting back in return is static.
No. Leave his bed alone.
I'm sorry, my dog's a dick.
Oh, is it your dog?
My dog likes to hump beds and blankets.
Ah,
He's going after Ogden's bed.
well, I think to keep Reiju's mind busy, she is just going to cook and cook and cook until everything has been cooked. So, might be a good opportunity for her to get her expertise tracker going again.
so
Maybe, sorry, maybe we could try the mirror for Snit.
Yeah, Snit or Solar or Toma, anybody that was up there in the fortress.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull out the mirror and call out Snit's name.
and you
Take a
call
look.
out Snit's name, and the shards sort of leap from the box and make that small viewing pane, and you can see that Snit is fine. Snit looks to be in an underground like bay talking to a bunch of other kobolds as they are working on some sort of like mechanical monstrosity.
Oh,
As
Good, he's their ruler because he's
he-
still a dragonborn.
he's made his way to the machine bay.
oh, he's made his way to the games. Okay, cool.
Robot Wars.
That's what I was thinking
Yep.
about the
Robot-
robot wars.
The Robot Wars, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
At that point, stress gone. She's like, "Oh, good," and just continues cooking.
You go to cook, but you notice that all the food in your pantry is either like dust or rotten.
Oh, wait a minute. Was this one of his things that he had to replace?
Who?
Snit's artificer thing?
No.
Where okay,
No, it was part of the house.
because part of the house. Wait, then it's from the raccoon. What the hell?
And Berna goes, yep, I expected that. Food from the north, crossing the border. Yeah, it's a no-go.
We gotta restock. Anyone still got the food from what was it? That village?
No, we ate that up because it was about to go bad.
I have a piece of cactus fruit.
No. Reiju has flashbacks. No.
What, Reiju doesn't want to get drunk again?
Reiju doesn't want to get petrified and comatose again. But again, she did
It's the
smoke it. So.
quenchiest.
All right,
Sorry.
hold on. And she's just
The
gonna...
cactus fruit is like any food that you have on you is either just like has either decomposed into just dust or is rotten.
Even the rations.
Like your rations are fine. Somehow, for some reason, salted meat is, fine.
Yeah, she's just gonna see what she can do with that.
Not much. Everyone can eat their rations. That's pretty much it.
Damn it. All right, cheese and crackers for everybody. A little bit of summer sausage. There you go.
So,
Okay, little cursed charcuterie board. We're good.
Ration
In this
charcuterie
case-
board.
In this case, Nirix's Vera was just like, salted dried meat, this is fine.
Pocket bacon. It's for dinner. There goes my idea. We want more food.
Bernard, do you wanna share with everything what you told me about the puppet master and about your brother?
Well, my brother, as all of you know, is a huge asshole. I was keeping an eye on the puppet master and I was aiming to move in. Seeing as he was what I thought defenseless, I was able to make it into his domain and into his main chamber. But before I could strike, my brother interfered, claiming that the puppet master was now under his protection and that he had a need to enact his plans. What made it worse was I still can't say her name. Valindra was with him.
Why is he still dealing with her?
We do know that he's in his little black book that we acquired, so there's no shocker there. But what this new protective deal is concerns me. What the puppet master has planned.
They have plans to move south.
Towards the vault.
I do not know. All I know that is the plan was for him to deal with me, and then all of them were going to begin preparations for a journey south.
To the corrupted area.
Beyond the wall, yes.
Wonder if they have something to do with the growing corruption suddenly here.
No, the growing corruption is a reason as to why they wish to travel south. Something about it awakening.
The corruption or something else.
Something tied to the corruption.
A dead god, perhaps?
No, they mentioned nothing about waking the old one down here. This had to do with something. A specific thing.
Doesn't mean it's not connected in some shape or form. Maybe. What else were you able to find out?
Not much after that. I sort of flew into a frenzy, seeing as who he was calling allies, and we came to blows, and unfortunately he got the better of it.
So why pop out of my father's shadow?
I couldn't find any of you. I knew you were nearby, but something was preventing me.
The magic of the forest, I guess.
Perhaps the amulets do.
Now, the amulets have never stopped me from finding you or jumping out of any of your shadows. So, as soon as I felt something close to you, I decided, throw caution to the wind and deal with whatever it was that I was going to jump out of a shadow. Unfortunately, that was your father and an angel.
I expected them to be so close.
I don't know them. I'm just happy he didn't instantly take my head. Though the angel was more than willing to just attack first and ask questions later.
Our duty comes first, but we always try to learn where we can, especially if the creature is intelligent. Which is why my father was going to interrogate you and not kill you. Learn first, then judgment.
I guess I should be happy that he identified me as an intelligent creature then.
You are different from most tiefling.
Oh yes, I know that.
Thought perhaps maybe a strange form of mutation. Who's to say? But thankfully we got here in time.
And I'm thankful for that. Do they know about the rule? Do you know about the rule?
What rule?
The rule of the gate.
I don't think so.
I'm not surprised. This isn't a judgment on your skill or anything, Nyrix, but you are still freshly initiated, correct?
Yes. It takes years before we can get assigned to missions on our own.
Well, then I have bad news for everybody. Not necessarily Nyrix, because she is a member of the Order, so these don't apply to her. Anybody from our lands who has crossed down south may not return. Fear of corruption, fear of negative influence, call it whatever you want, but the hunters stand a vigil on that wall to prevent anyone south from coming north.
Quick question. Is my brother on the other side of the wall?
Your brother's in the fort, so yes, he would technically be on the other side.
The corruption wall?
That's what I mean of so I wouldn't be able to see him?
As it stands now, none of you, save for Nyrix, can go back. Not even Syra, if she's down here, will be able to head back north.
Yeah, absolutely not. I'm going.
I would... Juniper, I understand. I'm not gonna be the one to stop you, trust me. I don't need a pissed off little bunny with an axe trying to kill me here. This is just the rule that they live by. There have been those in the south who have tried to make their way north, and unfortunately they've been put down.
So we learned that amulets has helped against that corruption.
Yes. Though, to what extent, they don't know. Maybe those amulets will allow you back north. Maybe your father will have some sort of pull. But in normal circumstances, anyone below this gate cannot get back up.
Unless the corruption is completely gone.
Yes, unless a miracle happens, I guess.
Well, I think I know what we need to do.
Oh,
So, you remember the story we heard about the vaults being in the south, guarding an item that basically could grant a wish of epic proportions?
you want to find the vault?
I want to get there before the other crew does. I want to get in there, and I want the corruption gone. I actually want Syra's plan of restoring the land, not just for the forest, not just for just for the druids, but for everyone of this land.
Yeah, I mean that's been the plan all along, hasn't it? But that vault can't open without all the amulets, and we're still missing one.
We know where the last one is. It's also in the south. I don't know if I told you this, but I think we may actually be seeing our angel friend again.
Why do you say that?
Which angel friend?
The one we just met.
Oh, that one's not a friend.
They might be. They're overseeing where the last one is, implanted in the body of a dead god-like spider being. It's literally dangling on the dagger that is embedded in it. And he's overseeing the entirety of that area. That's my thoughts.
Well, maybe we could just ask him to get it for us then.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
If we do meet them again, I would have questions for them, but I don't want to be rude to them. And she kind of looks at Callie and herself. He has standards of a sort. He probably would have some sort of I don't know what the word is, but basically he'd have something that we could do while he does another thing. He might have another task that needs completed that he can't do himself, or he might actually be in our way because he is guarding that place and he won't let anyone near it.
I have a pretty strong suspicion that he's gonna be more of a hindrance than help.
So if there's a way that we can convince them that we are trustworthy and that all we want is the pendant, not the dagger, I would ask him how we would go about doing that.
I mean, if all else fails, we just flash the pendants and show, hey, look, we almost have a complete set.
Right. There is that.
It's a start, anyway.
And we have successfully started a restoration of the land. Why not just follow through with it?
Yeah, and I mean, if he's tasked with guarding this dead god or whatever, and he doesn't want anybody to go near it for any reason, then maybe he'd be more inclined to get the pendant for us, so we don't have to go near it. So we don't accidentally touch something and accidentally wake up another god.
Hi, I'm Reiju.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe he'll do it, so we don't have to go near it.
And if he
Keyword
fucks
being
up, we're
another
still fucked.
god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keyword
How
another.
do I picture Reggie going, "Hi, I'm Alpha.
Hi, I'm Elma.
Hi, I'm Reggie."
Have you met Ted?
That's only if we can talk to him again, I guess. I mean, we could maybe go after your dad, Neric, since he seems to know the Celestial, and ask him to ask the Celestial to get the pendant for us.
We could, though I feel they have a particular partnership. Pretty sure it's not. They're not besties.
Yeah,
But-
apologies for overhearing that. But can confirm, doesn't sound like they're trusting each other fully.
More of a mutual partnership.
There is another option.
What you have in mind?
When we first got to the fortress, the Celestial Fortress, and we got control of it and everything, I had a pretty long conversation with Toma, the librarian.
Right.
And I talked to him about all of the stuff that we were going through with Gaius, and he knew who Gaius was, like by name. It was really concerning. And I was talking to him about kind of wanting to be like a counter to Gaius. But I don't have that capability, obviously. And Toma said that he knew of someone that might be able to act as that. And he gave me this weird little card, almost like a playing card type thing. And he told me to tear it in half if I wanted to speak to the person that has the capabilities of being a counter to Gaius. But he also warned me that I should be like really sure that that's what I want to do before I do it. I don't know what this other being, this person or creature, whatever it is, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a celestial, if it's another like devil, or if it's just like a really weird guy or whatever. But it's a possibility.
Last resort, maybe?
I've kind of been holding on to it as a last resort this whole time, yeah. But our fortress just blew up, so I feel like we're getting real close to last resorts here.
Yeah.
No.
And I can understand the order wanting to make sure that nothing falls into the wrong hands and sending teams out there. So while they're doing that, we have Syra also handling restoration. We have, a kind of backwards way of protecting the druid families of Morningstar. But we don't really have much else to go on other than that. We have a couple leads. This angel fellow and the direction. But I don't want to go south leaving anything undone.
Well, not to mention, remember the whole thing with her brother stole a box.
Yeah, there's that too.
Which I forgot, was that a decoy?
That was a decoy.
Yeah. So they're trying to get something else to assist in whatever plan that they have.
I
Something's
couldn't
in
get
the works
anything
here.
out of him. Of why.
Theo is a mysterious one for sure.
Some fucking asshole is what he is. But
Do we just know a bunch of assholes? Is that really what our group is? Just the intermediary between assholes?
like he's usually not, which is
Like Bernard seems to be like the only one who's straightforward with shit.
Because you can't lie.
Yeah, it's because I can't lie. Trust me, if I was able to, I'd be lying left and right.
he's
Fair.
there must be something incredibly serious if he won't tell me why. And I don't think that it's because he doesn't know.
And I'm not about to force him to say something, but
Well, we can't force him. He's on the other side of the fucking wall. Sorry.
No. The rage is good. The rage is good. Well, if the forest is starting to come back a little bit, do you think some of the natural world is coming back? Because I could do some hunting too while I'm at it.
And I think that's probably a question for the blood hunter over here.
Yanix?
I mean, I don't
Grass
see
is
why we
back.
can't. Don't see. Doesn't mean all life is back, but at least we can do something. I just wouldn't go far because we don't know what's still out there, what's been recovered so far, and what's not. I doubt much at this rate. It's only been literally moments. But we need to be on our guard anyway, because the further south we go, the worse it's going to be.
Yeah.
Granted, my head was always on a swivel, but even more so now from our location. But it sounds like we have a lot of pieces to the puzzle that we can't quite put together yet. Something is going on, but we don't have all the information. Very little, actually, which is concerning. We have a partnership with two powerful beings trying to put something together that we are not aware of. Even wanting extra protection from Gaius. We need to control a clan, gather ingredients for whatever monstrosity they're going to put together, on top of trying to grab a box of creatures that we trap inside that are incredibly dangerous but cannot be destroyed, on top of wanting to come to the south. There's a lot of really bad things happening here, and it's still not enough information to know what exactly. And that is incredibly concerning.
Yeah, it almost feels like there's like a half dozen completely different bad things trying to happen all at once that aren't necessarily connected to each other, but they're just happening at the same time.
I think they're in some shape or form they are connected. It's just
we don't know how they're strung together.
we don't know how. There's very little information for us to work with.
Maybe all the bad people have like different goals, but they're all after one thing that's associated with their goals. So if we just wait, they'll all like get to that thing at the same time and then just fight each other.
Why don't they keep forming partnerships.
Gonna say, I
Yeah.
don't think that we'll be so lucky.
Yeah, considering that Valindra, one of the first few people we found out was really bad.
Yeah, but bad people always stab each other in the back.
Yeah, but how long do you think they have until then? How many more people are going to get hurt along the way?
Too many.
We don't
Can't
even
really
know what her goals are. We just know that she's a stuck up, holier than thou kind of attitude from a place where her and her kind ruled.
You
He's
know, I should have seen this coming. I delivered a package to her house once and she didn't tip.
I have no idea what
Instantly
that
chaotic evil.
Oh, you weren't compensated for a job well done. Shy.
means. You get tipped for your job?
On priority packages.
You just get... That's weird. Okay.
Courtesy.
Courtesy.
Yeah, because we're putting aside all the regular jobs in order to prioritize that one. Because it usually has to be done within a time limit. So when you get it to the destination, usually they're like, hey, thanks for, putting me at the front of the line. Here's a little extra. She didn't do that.
Funny, my job does the same thing, prioritize the greater of the evils, but we don't get tipped.
Yeah, but
You should.
do you even use currency?
No.
Yeah, the difference between civilization
Because
and...
currency is shit in this world right now.
Yeah, seriously, what is this stuff? Damn Electrum.
Trade and knowledge is what we use. Because we use a lot of materials from creatures for our own alchemy and mutagens. But it's also common to be used for basic potions for healing and curables of different ailments of all sorts. So if anything, when we do go to town, it's more for trade like that, but we don't use money.
Yeah, I mean, we use a lot of that stuff in the city too, but we have to pay for it. So it's nice when we get tipped, so we can, buy food.
We just hunt our food. We grow food too.
I
but
don't recommend hunting for food in the city. The rats are real dirty.
Your dogs are kind of gamey too.
Yeah.
Just the subtle influence.
No one questioned it. We're like, yeah,
subtle
okay.
indication of Nirix ate the dogs while she was there.
Kelly even agreed. Yeah,
Look, you guys had eaten at those food stalls and stuff while you were in town. You don't know what you were eating.
True.
We ate worm.
It's like, did you see any cows anywhere?
I saw fruit and veggies and I went there.
Callie is a carnivore. Sometimes you got
Meat is meat.
Questionable meat.
Yep.
I mean, and I would prefer that you eat the rats and dogs than rabbit.
I'll just talk about
I mean,
food.
If we hit the Donner Party status, I hate to say it, you're kind of maybe the first to go. I'm just saying, Callie's second because bird.
I mean, all you do is you adopt.
She's real thin.
All you do is you adopt the lizard person mentality of meat is meat.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
skinny.
but-
That's why you're second. Rabbit's first.
So while all of this conversation is going on, we cut to outside the house as dusk.
Yes.
You were out on the road on one of your shorter excursions away from town. Just to get an eye on some individuals that had passed through recently, mainly a blood hunter, a older looking tiefling, and this weird robed individual that seemed to have just passed through town, didn't say a word to anybody, but still raised a little suspicion in you. The blood hunters that you have seen come from the north are a interesting lot. Some of them helpful, others a bit more on the authoritative side, to where they try to demand and command everybody in your area. These two didn't really seem to give off much of any vibe. As soon as they were there, they were gone. Though you didn't like the feel that you were getting from the gentleman that was accompanying the blood hunter. You gave them a bit of time before you left town and started heading for the north. At one point, you did see that robed individual take to the air and begin to fly farther south at a alarming rate. A winged individual. Possibly an angel, but definitely not natural. Rushing to the north, you didn't seem to find the tiefling, though you did spot a group of 5 individuals. Well, 6 if you count Bernard. Sort of just like cluttered together, talking to one another. One of the tieflings looking a little worse for wear. But what caught you off guard was this gray-skinned looking elf, sort of walking a little bit away from the group, pulling something out of their pack and then throwing it into the waist-high grass, and a house just instantly appearing. And then the 6 of them walking inside. You could see a little bit of like smoke billowing out from the chimney, as if a fireplace or something is now going. But you are now standing about 100 or so feet away from this strange, suddenly appearing home.
Well, that's gonna pique her curiosity. You should probably get a bit closer, trying to get an idea of what this house might be. Kind of trying to understand if is it magical? Is it something that's been constructed? Is it... Her curiosity is probably going to take her closer than she probably should get. As she's now probably just like circling around the house and trying to get a good idea of what this house is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana roll.
I shall do that. That's gonna be a 17.
17. The outside of the house doesn't look to be any sort of wood or stone that you've seen before, though it looks to be extremely smooth. Almost bone-like.
Interesting.
It does have
Okay.
it does have a couple glass windows spaced out alongside of it. Single story, though it seems to have like an adjoining attachment to it as well.
She probably didn't notice the windows until it was too late when she was circling, so she probably guys have seen a shadow pass by the outside of
Those of you inside, can you give me a perception check with disadvantage?
Little did you know, Nirx just has like her bow and arrow outside, just like slowly
Yeah.
sniper mode. Perception, you said?
Yep, with disadvantage.
Even with disadvantage, 25.
Yeah,
I see everything.
Not used to playing a character with good perception. I rolled a 24.
Good.
Cass, you're
Roll
muted.
26.
26. Cass, you're muted.
I have proficiency, and I rolled a 6, so a total of 10.
She's still concerned that she's first on the list for Donner
Yeah.
Party status.
Yeah.
Beaten.
Like I'd like to say that I'm still like reeling with the fact that I may never see my brother ever again, but the impending doom that it's a non-zero chance that
But-
I am going to be eaten.
The fact that you just went from group barbarian to emergency ration in about the span of 5 minutes, kind of alarming.
Paimon is not emergency food.
That's all Paimon is good for. Fuck
Isn't that from
Paimon.
Excel Saga?
No, it's
From that
from
one.
it's from Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Excel Saga was the same way. They had a dog that was emergency rations if they ever
Yep.
did it.
The dog was the emergency ration if they needed it. But yeah, so all of you, aside from Juniper, do every now and then catch either like a shadow moving along the wall from like the setting sun, or you see somebody just walking by, like circling the house, but it only seems to be one person.
I will immediately go outside, branding my arrow with
Not fire.
that's right, because well, I don't know if that's still not good for the area, but we'll just do lightning for now.
Okay.
And go outside and start stalking it like a hunter would to see what this is, what the shadow is.
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll, and we'll make this a contest of stealth versus dusk your perception.
I luckily rolled good on that. That's mine 18 on my perception.
24.
Damn, nice.
I've got good stealth. I'm not proficient, but I've got good stealth.
Do they both have disadvantage because of all that grass outside?
No, it sort of balances it out,
Okay.
but Dusk, you get a little bit more courage as you sort of position yourself in a spot to where it doesn't have any sort of vantage point from a window, and you walk up and you begin to like run your fingers over like this smooth surface of the outside of the house.
Perfect. That's what I was going to say she was going to do.
And it's very like cold to the, not cold, but if comfort had a feeling, it's very the material is very comfortable, though again it doesn't feel like any sort of wood or stone that you've seen buildings in this part of the world built out of. It almost feels like polished bone.
So she's going to probably pull her hand back and do that thing where you kind of rub your fingers together, like, what is that feeling?
And
just
as
this look of pure curiosity on her face.
so Nerix, you kind of like come around the corner, like just getting a perfect surprise angle on this individual as they like sort of like trace their, like just run their finger over the outside of the house, and they just sort of just do this, just try it, not really sure what they're doing, but they don't seem to have any sort of, their stance doesn't betray that they're trying to plot an attack or anything. It's very casual, though. Dusk, at this point in time, you can describe what you look like.
So you see standing there a female humanoid. She does look very human, except she has red scales that go up, encompass both of her arms, her hands all the way up both of her arms. It goes down the sides of her torso, though the center of the torso is very human looking. It comes across, the scales even come across, and they kind of almost form a bralette across her chest. And then they go up the side of her neck. Again, the center's still very human, and it just kind of outlines the sides of her faces. She has two kind of short horns that come off the top of her head. They're not huge, but they're not quite nubs. They're kind of that in between. And she's wearing kind of like almost an adventurer's type skirt with some boots, and then you can see that the scales go down the sides of her legs as well. Kind of once they reach her knees, they kind of encompass her full leg and go down. They're red scales on her kind of tanned skin. And then she has green eyes as well. And she has a sinking temptation to lick the house just to see if she can get any more information off of it.
Because if your tongue
I'm gonna
sticks
see
to
your
it,
tongue
it's a
start to
bone.
stick out. Can I help you?
Oh, I'm sorry, you startled me. I didn't mean to bother you guys. I was just never seen anything like this before. What is this?
Kind of narrows her eyes. Who are you?
Oh, I guess this was awfully rude of me. My name's Dusk. You can call me Dusk.
What are you doing here?
I was tracking an individual and kind of lost track of him. But, I guess my curiosity took over.
In the south. You're muted.
I guess you guys are from the north then, because we don't really refer to ourselves as Southerners.
So you're local.
Yes. Lived here my whole life.
What are you?
I'm sorry. Don't understand the question.
Those scales, are they corruption or natural?
What do you think they are?
Well, the coloration tells me natural, but it's hard to say. Mutation works in mysterious ways.
Been here for a long time.
Yet your mind is sound. So far.
I'd like to think so. But do you ever know if you're insane?
Yes.
Then I'd say no.
Well, this is our house, so you can move along now.
But how did the... What is this made up? I don't understand. How did it get here? I saw you guys throw something and then it just appeared. Is it magical? Is it mechanical? What's it made out of? What is this material?
Just
Okay,
out of the
hold-
front
hold-
door.
This... Callie read you someone that can talk.
Just out of the front door. I'm already like doing this number. Like, oh, you need help, Nix?
It's asking questions. A
Oh, it's
lot of
friendly.
questions.
Oh, they're friendly. Okay, Nix.
I don't know that.
I can
Arrow's
do
still
it.
trained on her. She's like, I don't know that. Just a lot of questions.
I know the water still works. Go on and have a drink. You've been through a lot. Hello. Your name? I'm an agent.
Hello, I'm Dusk.
Nice scales.
Oh, thank you.
You can see that she has similar markings on her, but they are golden webs. You... Are you... What would you say you're really good at?
A lot of things.
Something like this, and she'll just do prestidigitation to kind of like get a little bit more dust off of you.
Seen that one before. But I dabble in magic.
Where are you from?
Around here. It's a village not far.
Oh, what's the name of the village?
You come from the town of Witherbark.
It's named Withered. What do you... I guess you guys... I've figured out you guys are from the north. What are you guys doing down here? Are you hunters?
Well,
Yes.
some of us are, yeah.
She kind of turns back to New York hearing that. Oh, really?
Excuse me. Well, I'm not sure if you noticed, but she's just kind of patting her feet. We were here just, enjoying the new nature here.
Just gives you an odd look because people around here don't enjoy the nature.
Well, that and they don't refer to it as the new nature.
Yeah.
It's better than dust in your face.
Guess it depends on your point of view. I'm just kind of used to it. I don't know what you
Well,
mean by new nature, and I don't know why you're enjoying it. No one enjoys the nature here.
well, you seem to have come across us at a bit of an awkward time. Do you happen to have anything to cook?
Not on me, but I'm sure you can get something back at the village.
Do you mind if I go along?
It's a bit of a trek, but we can make it there, probably by nightfall.
All right. I have a few friends here that can probably want to come along and see what it's all about.
I saw. Do you guys know that other hunter that was passing through here? He kind of piqued my interest when we back in the village. He passed through, but normally,
What interest does they have for you?
well, normally the hunters will stop and they'll make some conversation, check on the village, and as they pass through, he just kind of ran through as quickly as possible with a strange companion.
Some hunters have business.
I mean,
No time
yes,
to
but
chit chat.
most of them at least make time to check on the village. Just thought it was odd. That and I was hoping to talk to someone I needed some help.
Okay. Looks over to Nerix. You
So-
free?
Are you just handing out my services?
I'm asking if you were available.
Maybe you could at least hear me out first. Wouldn't expect you to agree blindly. That would be unreasonable.
I can listen.
Well, my brother here, we usually go on excursions around the town. He's very interested in magic, likes to study it a lot, and for some reason he's usually very, very cautious, but for some reason he reached out and touched an object we found recently, and well, he disappeared.
Sounds
Instantly.
familiar.
And I have no idea what it is, but I do have it with me, and I was hoping to get a hunter's point of view on it, maybe help try and figure out what it is. I mean, there's no one in town that can help me, so I figured one of the hunters could.
You have the object.
I do, it's in my pack. It's wrapped in a blanket. I didn't want to touch it myself.
Alright, let me see it then.
Somewhere. Pull this object out of my bag and unwrap it and lay it on the ground. Being cautious not to touch the object.
Okay, and what do I see? Turn the arrow over to Red. I swear to God, I will shoot you.
What do they see?
It's probably just some orb of some kind made out of stone. It looks unassuming. It just gives off a magical.
Don't let Callie touch this.
Too late. Just kidding.
Callie, no!
I mean, I could spend some time with it and just kind of out of character, get a vibe, but normally Snit would be the one to identify these and, well, know where he is.
Have I seen or heard anything that has done this before? Other than my own experience?
Go ahead and give me an
Go
ahead and give me an Arcana roll.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Would you like some assistance? I'm trained in it.
Yeah. Give me a second. My screen back up. Okay, Arcana. Oh, my Arcana is better than I thought. Okay.
It's probably better than mine.
It's not terrible. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. My dice are just on fire today. 21.
21. You don't know specifically what it is, though you do know there are certain magical items that, when touched, can consume a person's existence. It can also transport them to various places that the item had been tied to upon its creation. You know that just by your experience with the whole obelisk situation, that it can transport them to a different point in time, a different reality, even a different plane of existence. But just from like your quick once over, it's very hard to say what exactly this is.
Well, if you want to go into the deep end, your brother's soul was sapped and he's gone. If
She
you want
looks
to
a little
go
panicked.
on the more common side of things, was perhaps transported elsewhere. Not necessarily teleportation. It could be a plane of existence. It could be something unworldly. It varies from object to object.
You just mentioned that your brother was the cautious type?
Usually, but I don't know what drove him to immediately touch this thing.
Well, in the best case scenario, he's probably trying to keep safe at the very least. So wherever he is, he might still be there. And it's just a matter of getting back.
Yeah, he's also really shy, so he's not great with people. So
Oh,
hopefully
no,
there's no one else there.
We've had our encounters with such people, and they're usually the more resourceful type. I really want to touch this thing now.
She's gonna wrap it up at that statement.
You know me, it's.
Oh, I know. That's why I was watching you the whole time.
Slide it back my back. Well, do you guys know anyone who could possibly tell where this thing leads to? I mean, I'm usually not too bad at figuring out some magical stuff myself, but I can't get a beat on this.
We can try to figure that out, but there's no markings or any familiarities with this object to know where it came from. I can't even tell you if it's from which part of the continent it could be from.
I mean, I assumed here somewhere because we found it on one of our excursions.
Where did you find it specifically?
People, she'll pull out a map, because she probably has a map.
I think at this point in time, this is the only the second time that anybody has seen a map of this continent. And because it's been revealed, Fox, I will send you the complete layout of the map, as Dusk has all the landmarks for the south on the map.
I've been waiting for this moment. It's been years.
For years.
It's not even sheer laziness that I haven't given it to you. It's because nobody has had a map of what this place looks like.
Wouldn't make sense for us to know the layout. So
Yeah.
And like
And
we've literally only seen things from space and have been only in a few select spots that Reggie just started working on. So this is really nice that we're actually finally getting to this point.
I remember when we went to space.
And she'll probably point to a place that's probably a good, 3 days travel from the village that she was talking about. And we found some ruins right around here, and that's where this item came from.
And you notice that when she points to it, that the travel 3 days from the town is along a coastline.
So there is water. Well, we knew that, but
I'll believe it when I see it.
I'll believe it when I start fishing from it.
Nerix didn't go to space, so.
we
There's
don't
just
know
like,
what
oh
water is."
yes, the blue land.
Raju, have you ever had
Water.
fish before?
Right.
What's that?
Raju, have you ever had fish before?
Like I said,
It's not
the first time I ever go fishing is when I believe
Yeah.
there's water right there.
Got it.
Nobody has had any sort of seafood
What is fish?
before. Yeah, nobody's had seafood before.
No, there's fish in the swamp. I just wouldn't recommend eating it.
Like down here, fish could be a normal meal.
Could be.
I'm gonna say meanwhile, like Callie and I are just chilling inside the house.
We're going to Japan. Let's go. All right. Well, I know that we've had a bit of a long day. It's almost night now, isn't it?
You've got probably about a good 45 minutes before the sun will set. And Dusk, you know that even though you are in a non-corrupted part of like the world at the moment, that it's a bit dangerous to travel at night.
Would you like to bunk with us for the night?
Oh, that would be wonderful, because there's not a lot of time left for me to find shelter.
Yes.
And this
Alright.
is not... She looks out of the plane, there's not a lot of shelter here either.
Well, come on. I'll show you where the bedrooms are.
And as she enters the house, she's probably just looking around in just complete wonder and curiosity, just like, oh.
Like you walk in and the look of the house is almost like one of the higher end apartments you've seen in Witherbark.
And you
This is
probably
so fancy.
walk in mid-conversation when Callie's sitting across from Junie, and she's really excited, and she's like, so we're like on the same page about going back home up north, so I had this idea. Okay, stay with me here. We go back to space. Okay, we find a spaceship, we go back to space, and then we land on the other side of the wall. They can't
Definitely.
control us in space.
Exactly. Absolutely just, when they say, like, you can't go over it, we can go over it.
Yeah, we can just go over the planet.
And a lot of people don't even know about space.
Right?
And,
I mean, we didn't until like a few weeks ago.
right?
As you walk into these two crazy people talking about flying off the planet.
You're lean over to Nerix and be like, are you sure everyone here is of sound mind?
No. I am. They're not.
I never claimed
Fair.
it. She just keeps on going.
After what Nerix has witnessed with this group, she's like, no. No, they're not.
We turn and it's like,
Obviously, she's not going to tell a stranger, but she's like, that one's got two things living inside of her.
That's fair.
we just, like, when we hear that, like, we just, like, I just turn, we'll discuss it later. Like, we'll make a plan. We got this.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see this plane go off. You just skyrocket as far as you can with your feather tokens, and then you just get launched off.
You just put a wooden
your-
box around yourself and you just fly up because you think this is what a spaceship is.
Shoot me out of a cannon.
Look, what we need to get is a giant manta ray. Then we need to build a house on it, and we need to make it go to space.
Exactly.
I mean, didn't we go through space with the giant space whale? Like,
Yeah. So
We
your
did.
whole idea of what a spaceship looks like is it's just a giant animal with like some sort of like containment apparatus built inside of it.
exactly.
We just gotta find a sea creature big enough for us to expand our house on top of, and then we can go to space.
And, we already know that there's water, so maybe we can find a sea creature.
Well,
and
we
then
don't
ask it.
we don't
if it-
know that
space.
there's water.
Oh, there's water.
We think that.
And you hear,
Are you?
yeah, there you go.
Huh?
Oh, there's water.
Why?
Hello. It's not too far from here.
Well,
Gets a
yes,
glass of
water
water.
exists, but it's swamps and bogs and whatnot.
Have you never seen the
Fuck.
ocean?
From space, yes.
We've seen the blue ocean.
I haven't.
But we
I've
don't
never
really
seen
know
it.
that it's water. It was
Yeah.
just blue.
Yeah.
I think they just found blue sand.
No, it's water.
Also, who are you and why are you in our house?
Oh, apologies. This is Dusk. She is from the town 2 days over. She just kind of stumbled here.
Oh, the town,
town?
the town itself is only a couple hours away from here. The
Oh, I thought you
ruin
said
where
days.
her brother the ruin where her brother disappeared was about 3 days from that town.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
So
Alright, so,
there's a town?
yeah.
Yeah. There's lots of towns.
There's lots of towns?
Yeah, come here. She's got a map.
There's a map?
Yeah.
Dusk is very confused by all this excitement. She'll pull the map out again.
Like,
And
Rachel pulls out her maps and shows how crude they are.
you could
All
All
see
along were the heathens.
you could see just this finely detailed map on this very fine piece of parchment, and like everything about the southern continent is in detail, like various towns just flecking the countryside and along the coast. There are areas that are sort of like outlined in like a soft like purple mark, sort of designated corrupted areas, and it looks nothing like what you've seen before.
Do I happen to see the farthest south point in that map?
You do, but
Do I get,
you notice that the entire area around it is just flecked in pockets of various levels of corruption.
does it have a name?
It does not. There's just a point there to let you know that there is a town there, but it's so deep in like a corrupted area. No, it's safe to assume nobody lives there.
Now, her map, I know that it's, the south is very detailed. Does it have anything regarding the other side of the
Nope.
wall?
It's like for
Okay,
the
so
other
it's
side of the
like that
wall.
separated.
It's
You have
just
Rager's map.
yeah, it's like if you combine the two maps together, you have like a full-on world map. But like as Reju's map is just the north,
Mm,
Dusk's map is just the south.
okay.
And like
Near-
the way that you look at these maps, the south seems to be in better condition than the north.
Who are the heathens?
Well, I mean, we do
Near-
know that the desert is like the epicenter of whatever this calamity was.
Yeah.
The desert was not. The epicenter was the south. The point where the vault is at, that was the center. The only thing
Oh.
Too.
the only thing that survived, or that you were told, were those in the north. That was because of that mountain region protecting you.
So basically, there's a lot that we don't know.
Or a lot
Or
of
we-
lies
or-
you've been told.
Yeah, like Gaius, who only lies.
I mean, he did say right off the bat, don't
Not to trust him.
me.
Exactly.
One tells only lies, the other one tells only truth? Is that what's going on?
No,
with this?
because Gaius will tell the truth if it benefits him. But he will tell you what will benefit. He will tell you what needs to be told as best benefits him.
Yeah. Looking at this map, Nerix is gonna take a peek and see if there's any landmark that sticks out that shows perhaps where the potential of this vault or this corpse could potentially be.
You do know from what you have been told that the corpse itself, or not the corpse, but the the item, the necklace, is in the very southernmost tip of this continent, in that city, the one that seems to be surrounded by all those pockets of corruption. The vault itself is dead center in the southern continent, and again, it is just a mound of corruption around it.
So
It seems
that,
that vault is the deepest purple that could be on the map.
okay. So seeing that and hearing the name of the village that she mentioned, how far away does it look on the map from like the village to the vault?
So if you were to take a trek from Witherbark to the vault, it's probably, if you were to take the safest route, it's probably about a 7-day stint. So
Okay.
a little close. Though it's a bit farther down south to get to the point where the final amulet is at. That's looking more like you're going to be traveling for a couple weeks, but thankfully along the way there are other towns and whatnot to stop by and to refuel and resupply.
Okay.
Aside from the pox of corruption around, there seems to be well-established communities everywhere.
Huh.
With the
Quick aside, sorry.
go ahead.
Does it look like it's traversable land by skiff?
You've never been on this type of land before. You don't know if the skiff can do it, though you can definitely feel that the air currents around here are definitely not as strong as what they are up in the desert.
Fair.
So your skiff
So
is,
far from what we've seen, there's not a lot of desert here either.
yeah, your skiff doesn't look like it'll be optimal means of travel.
In regards to those pockets of corruption, I just I just essentially like point to the like purple blobs on the map, and I look up to Dustin like, did these spread, or are they contained to these areas?
They don't tend to spread. Have you heard of any spreading? That'd be alarming.
Did you mention before that you've had people in your town, including you and your brother, has studied magic?
Yes.
Magic is more common here.
Is magic not common where you're from?
No.
No.
It's actually illegal without a permit in the cities.
That sounds odd. How would you regulate that? Sounds like a lot of paperwork.
It's stupid, I agree.
It is a lot of paperwork, but it's very efficient. Once you learn the system.
No, it's not.
I mean, and how do you regulate that? Do you tell people they can't cast certain types of spells? I mean, how does this work?
There are permits that go out to certain types of casters, like clerics, for instance, are typically permitted under supervision to use certain types of magic, and on occasion a druid will be allowed as well. But when you have people studying like arcane type magic and just throwing it around everywhere, straight to jail.
What about
North
people
likes
with
Go to jail.
What about people with innate magic?
Like myself.
And again, how do you stop people?
Oh, you throw them in jail.
Yeah.
They like to control.
Assuming you catch them.
But we have we have various different rings within the city, and there's different types of guards that are stationed within each ring, and within the guard is like a sect of basically mage hunters. So if there's a caster running around the city casting magic that they aren't supposed to be, well, mage hunters go after them, and you don't hide from the mage hunters for very long.
We didn't get
That's-
caught.
Well, you kind of did, because you were put under my charge, like, immediately.
That's not why we got caught. We had nothing to do with magic. That was something else entirely different.
Yeah, but you also didn't use magic in the city.
I did. We all did.
Quite literally
Yeah.
the first fight.
Well, some of us did, but it was also like the first time. And then we immediately left the city pretty much. I mean,
didn't
we're
get
only there for a couple of days.
No, we were there for months, remember?
No, I have the calendar. We were only there for... I mean, you and I live in the city, but like as a group, we were only there for a few
You were
days.
there for like a week. Yeah.
At least because, Nirix actually had to go and then come back. Not to mention
The coma.
planning.
And the coma.
I'm not counting unconscious time.
Still there.
You
I
can't
mean,
you can't break the laws when you're laying there on well,
Technically,
That's
you
a lie.
probably-
suppose
That's
that
a lie.
depends
That's a
on
lie.
what you're doing and where you
Trespassing,
are.
loitering.
But laying unconscious in a bed in the medical wing, I'm not counting that time.
The
No, this
point
was like-
is, it's stupid, and even me and my own sister did not understand that when we walked through.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're also an outsider.
it sounds awfully complicated. I mean, you said you have innate magic and live there. Did you not have a permit for that?
Nope. I didn't pay for it. I didn't need to. Because I kept it to myself. I had it contained.
Sounds boring.
Well, to be fair, it was just light tricks at the time. Something they'd be able to see in the dark. Something that helps others. Sometimes I would go out and, save somebody from choking. But other than that,
She just looks
After-
very confused at all this. Like it's not computing. She's like, I don't. This is
After
weird.
the calamity, a lot of people got scared with magic.
Yeah, you've got about 200 years of rumor and myth and fear mongering that have pretty much made magic the #1 enemy in the North.
Yeah, I mean, my brother and I have heard so many stories about magic going wrong and random rumors of stuff happening again. But
Originated from
Are
down
you-
here.
it's like, we-
I have one simple question for you, Dusk, actually.
Sure.
What does your currency look like?
It's gold. You have gold coin.
She pulls out a gold coin. Doesn't everyone use this?
Pulls out
Pull
an
out
electrum
Electrum.
piece.
I don't know what that is, but it looks awful.
I don't use
I
money.
agree, honestly. I like that one better.
Why do
It's
you all
shiny.
use money?
I mean, you have to buy things
You
occasionally.
trade. That's just money is a strange concept to me in general.
Think of it as trading precious metals.
What would I need with precious metals?
Yeah, some people value it. I mean, the blacksmiths like them.
For starters, I could tell you right now, this kind of metal is actually very easily accepting of enchantments. As she just puts the electrum piece down.
Now I'm
Which is why you would trade it, because it's not valuable to you, but it's valuable to them. And they'll give you goods in return.
like very interested in the fact that does our money have any worth here?
Does it have any worth anywhere in D&D?
It's Electrum. Nobody cares about it.
Nah,
Look, in reality, I very much agree with you.
Electrum is like people trying to pay with pennies. Nobody wants them.
but that's copper pieces.
No, copper
They're
pieces
worth
have a
like
value.
2% copper at this point.
Yeah, an electrum is half a gold.
So I guess you guys will have to use your bartering system, because no one's going to really want that.
Well, I guess I could go to the smithy, make something nice of it.
We
Oh,
need to replenish our stocks anyway if we have a ways to travel.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Like I said, town's not far. It's just a couple hours. You can be there
Just-
quite quickly in the morning. We don't want to be traveling now that's getting dark out.
Right. If you all need me, you know where I'll be. In the garage.
So if everyone's done looking at the map, Dusk is going to collect it. And then she's probably going to spend some time just wandering around the house looking at everything and kind of like awe and shock.
Yeah, and it looks like a very high scale apartment.
Probably occasionally muttering how fancy it is.
You have like what would pretty much be the equivalent of country bumpkins from the north in this like lavish, like high scale apartment.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Traveling
There-
high scale.
What was it? What was
Yeah.
it? Beverly Hillbillies?
Yeah, Beverly Hillbillies is pretty much what it is.
And at the end, she's just going to be like, it must be magic. That's the only explanation for this. Before she finds a place on the couch to settle down, like sleep for the night.
And feel free to enjoy some hookah.
And there's like a very like
Oh yeah.
beautifully
Where's the hookah
crafted
lounge?
hookah in the like on a center table around that giant couch that sort of like is just set in a semicircle.
Probably out of caution, she doesn't right now, just because, you know, group of random people. It was nice you guys to invite her in, but she still needs to exercise a bit of caution. You don't know
Okay.
you.
Well, Reiju and I start partying like that one time in the hotel.
Just getting drunk.
Getting drunk and wasted.
White girl
You're-
wasted.
Nurse will lean against the wall, kind of staring out one of the windows, arms crossed in front of her as she leans. And through the ring network, because she knows everyone's kind of spread out right now, she goes, judging from her map, we have a long journey to get to the final pendant before we can go to the vaults. About a couple or so weeks, depending on what we encounter. A lot of towns along the way. Plenty for replenishing if need be. I am actually curious about her town, not only to replenish, but if they use magic, I have some ideas, but if they don't accept our currency, I'd have to see what I may have to do to help, but wouldn't be a bad idea to at least check out the town and see how it is in the morning.
Agreed. But do remember, the vault is the last step, not the middle step.
Exactly, which is why I want to go to the body first, which is roughly 2 weeks. The vault is actually fairly close, but
Just go
it is
back.
useless to go there if we don't have all the pieces. So
Mm.
I looked at the map. I memorized it to the best of my ability for now, but at least I know our headway. But restocking now that we're in here after what we saw in the fridge is a priority.
If we want to continue having the map at disposal, perhaps saving this girl's brother would be a nice gesture towards, having them alone, making sure their family's okay too.
Perhaps
Just-
you can give us that map as payment then.
Yeah, depends.
Could copy it.
Yeah, I have the access to copy it. I'm not saying keep the damn thing that's just holding right now.
This is why Chemic loves the spell scribe. It's just like copy, paste, bam, we're done. Let's go, guys.
The D&D copy machine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Xerox!
I love that spell so much.
But
And
yeah,
it's in your handwriting too. So if someone just has chicken scratch, you're like, the hell doctor wrote this? Copy it, you're like, okay, never mind.
A Google Translate and a Xerox machine.
Yeah.
pretty much.
All right. So as you all lay down for the night to get some rest before beginning your travels into the land of the south, which you now realize have been greatly exaggerated in regards to
We're here like
doom
in
and
danger for
curses.
our lives, and it's lavish.
It's
We're
just like
what?
it looks weird to you because most of you haven't really seen rolling grasslands before, anything other than sand. So it's a bit alien to you, but it doesn't look like what you've been told growing up with like this cursed earth all around and these monstrosities that will rip the soul from your body and leave you a mutated husk on your own. It looks kind of nice.
Don't trust it.
Curse everywhere.
I mean,
But,
that was
yeah.
that was the first thing we did when we went to the forest. Like, wait, it's still green.
But yeah, so we are going to go ahead and take a quick break here. Just get up, stretch our legs, freshen up our drinks, and we will be right back.
So
And we are back.
Hello.
Hello.
I hadn't thought about getting a new thing of dice, but in a while, I just have a whole bunch of like blanks, kind of, or like not technically blanks. I just have to like paint the numbers.
the raw.
Yeah.
The raw dice,
raw. Yeah.
Talking about how it's very hard for me to pick one pair of dice for my superhero character when it's time.
Again, we're only allowed one? What the? I had like 4 picked out.
See, in that case, then it's like normal dice when you're just on your normal everyday thing, and then superhero dice when you're in your superhero mode.
So you need at least.
Well, now I get to pick 2.
And there's also the power die. I guess the
power die, the
hero dice,
D4.
the power die. So
Mhm.
you can choose. You could have in and out of costume and all that.
I approve of that.
Customization. Meanwhile, I just have an amalgamation of dice.
Yep.
Look, I need 3 to 4 sets just to rotate through for when my dice decide they're going to kill my characters. Not that it helps.
I should not have dropped my dice on the ground like that.
So wasn't the D4?
That's the next one.
Night passes, and everyone is able to get a uninterrupted full night's rest.
Don't forget to remove the benefits of the hero's feast.
Right. Mine were gone anyway, so.
Mine were gone along with like, what is it? At least 13 of my hit points in general. Like my I think.
Well, remember that the hero's feast increased our max HP. So if you
Yeah.
adjusted your max HP on the sheet, remember to pull it back down by 10.
Understood.
Yeah, I got that, and my max HP was
110.
Now I'm not doubly immune to poison? Dang it.
yeah. Corey, I'm still salty about that. Like how I went from 107 hit points to 87 max.
Oh yeah, you're back up to normal now. So you have the 100. You have the 100. You have your 110 back.
Yeah, you got your long rest, and therefore the effects of the bad hit go away.
Yeah.
So
It's not a
whatever your
permanent
max
That's
thing.
not
damage
what you
was-
told me before.
Yeah, it's not a permanent thing.
Yeah, that's not what you told me before. I mean,
What did I tell
I'll
you?
take it.
What did I tell
You
you?
told me that's just how it was because I rolled a 1. and
Yeah,
that's just how it is.
that's just
and
how it is. But after
permanently.
For now.
for now,
Until a long rest.
Sometimes a long rest, sometimes it takes a few days of the long rest. Depends on the situation.
Sometimes it takes until you level up. You never know.
Yeah, that's the
I
other
think
thing.
we did level up as well.
Yes, we
like,
did.
recently. So.
Yep. So everyone wakes up in their beds or on their couches or in their garage hammock as a new day begins.
This is going to get up and stretch, and two things are going to crack and pop as she slept on a couch.
We did have a guest room, didn't we?
No.
Technically, it's a community room.
Yeah, it's one room with a bunch of separate
Beds.
beds in it.
Got it.
Look, she wasn't told where to sleep, so she just took up the couch.
We had a little Annie Orphan style room where it's a bunch of just like comfy cots in one room.
Yeah, with like separator sheets.
It's a hot life for us.
Dusk, I imagine, probably had some company. So I imagine we have like two two kind of couches that face each other in our sitting area is how I always pictured it.
I dig it.
And Callie probably didn't let Bernard get up and go to the actual beds because he was, he's burnt alive, basically. So, no, you sit there and you stay there all night. And she probably fell asleep on him, so.
Oh, did she now?
Yeah, so they were probably on, like, the opposing couch. And I imagine Bernard is awake long before Callie is, but it's like a cat. When a cat falls asleep on you, you don't move the cat.
It's
You just
illegal.
sit there
So-
until the cat wakes up and moves.
Speaking of that, you wake up and Bernard is not there.
Son of a
Except he-
bitch.
You can't wake the cat, but you can, not wake.
You can not wake the
bird.
cat and still move around. It just takes some very graceful movement, or in his case, just mold into a shadow and then slip out. So you're on the couch and you've got like a little bit of a blanket on you, and he's sitting up at a stool, like in the kitchen with a cup of coffee.
Reju's somewhere in the kitchen, just trying to figure out what she can do. There's this subtle like prestidigitation because of all the dust that everything just became. So it's like, gotta clean that out. Oh, that's still like, does she find anything that did survive?
Nope.
No, it's all gone then.
The coffee survived.
The Pocky survived.
Coffee survived.
Coffee.
Coffee survived. Sorry.
And with that, Dusk is gonna be like, "Oh, thank God, you guys have coffee." She's gonna wander over.
Because it already
pour herself
looked like dust because of the grains.
Bernard nods. He's like, yes, thankfully the coffee survived the trip. I have a feeling we would be not the greatest to be around if we didn't have this.
I mean, isn't that most
How are you
people when
feeling
there's no
today, Brendan?
coffee?
Yes. Unfortunately, we only have a basic blend. Nothing too well. Just enough
Better than
to,
nothing.
just enough to take the edge off, I'm afraid.
Bean soup.
Wouldn't it be bean broth?
Technically, yes.
So we'll head to that village then, I take it.
If you add cream to your coffee, would that then turn it into a chowder? Sorry. I just... right?
These are
But then
questions
becomes
best left to the chef, and thank you for giving me ideas. More experimentation must be had.
No, thank you. I do not want.
Dusk looks real concerned.
I do not want caffeinated chowder. Sorry.
Not yet.
People are concerned that the milk is all chunky, and they're like, "Oh no, cottage cheese! This is actually good."
Yeah, just give me a screen real quick. Little piece of cloth, cheesecloth.
Coffee cheese, though.
Dusk's
Anyway.
gonna look real concerned about all of this as she moves away from the people talking about weird food and throwing out the ration.
This is like normal breakfast conversation.
So, Dusk, like I said, it's only going to be about a couple hours travel back south towards your town.
Yeah, and she'll offer to lead everyone there if that's where they want to head.
Oh, very much. I'm very curious as to what the South actually is. The only thing I know about so far is what's right around us.
And I'm dying to get back to civilization.
I'm
Dying,
not,
you say?
but,
I'm excited to get back to civilization. No dying here.
Yet.
Also, not to add to our growing list of catastrophic events that we need to investigate. But we should really, really look into what destroyed a flying celestial fortress. That seems like a really bad thing that very deliberately targeted us.
Well,
Yeah.
targeted them more than us. I don't
But
even
it
think
is
they knew.
ours.
Yes, but we
Yes.
weren't there long enough to really establish a residency for people to get suspicious to want to destroy it.
Yeah, but the magic that, like, linked it to us is really powerful magic. So it was like, I mean, it didn't exist before it got linked to us. So
Well, think about it. Whatever Gaius and this puppet master wants to do in the south involves creatures from hell and other unworldly beings. There is a angel protecting this corpse, this celestial fortress appears. Perhaps they're trying to take out, thinking maybe that angel was there.
or
Give them a better
maybe
chance with the corpse.
hey, do angels get jealous of each other? Do you think the angel destroyed it?
Oh, 100%, yes. Well, not the angel destroying it, the jealous part.
I really
mean,
hope
if this-
we didn't make enemies of this guy.
If this being is trying to protect something, he could have felt like the fortress was approaching.
But it was his own kind.
You tell me humans don't attack other humans for encroaching on the territory.
You tell me dark elves don't imprison themselves in an entire city in another plane?
Well, I mean, yeah, mortals do all of that thing because, you know, we're mortals. But these are angels.
Something tells me
Aren't-
they're not
aren't-
exactly
Aren't they
immortal.
supposed to be better than that?
No. That just makes them think
Well,
they're better than you.
I mean, aren't they supposed? Doesn't mean they are better than that, but aren't they supposed to be better than that?
Gus
I don't
just
think
shrugs.
I think everyone's an asshole no matter who you are.
I know some nice people. Your sister was nice.
Okay, yes, that's my point is most people are assholes.
Bernard's nice. Both of
Where
you.
is he, by the way?
I'm sure he was an asshole.
And he kind of just waves, sitting over at the counter with a cup of coffee.
I thought that he left.
Like, he went to the kitchen.
Yeah, he pretty much
Sitting on a
just
stool.
I'm sorry.
he pretty much just shadow formed to get the cat off of him, and then just rematerialized in the kitchen because it was coffee time.
Did you say
Ever-
both of them? I only see one.
It's complicated.
Not very complicated. My twin just lives in my shadow.
They
Isn't that how it be though?
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, it's not even.
Oh, rude.
Technically, it's not even my twin. It's just another life form of me.
Oh,
That's
right.
odd, but you know, who am I to judge?
That's right. You are not aware of that, although this is technically your first time meeting Bernard, so it makes sense.
Yeah, so actually, I guess if we're gonna travel with each other, even just for a few hours, there's probably some things you should know.
Callie,
I'm just gonna be general here and say that danger and very bad things seem to follow us wherever we go.
Reggie chuckles at that.
Bit of an
That's
understatement.
because
But
they're kind of shrug and be like, "Eh, you try living with a dragon. Same thing."
Dragon.
The last dragon we saw ate some souls and then flew away. One of those souls was our friend.
That's disturbing.
Oh, that dragon! I forgot about that dragon.
Yep.
Mhm.
Doesn't sound like a very good dragon.
I was gonna say, do you?
No, it
have,
wasn't.
like, a friend that's a dragon or a pet dragon?
Oh, I definitely wouldn't call him a pet. He'd be very offended at that.
That's why I asked about friend that's a dragon first, because
No, but that. I guess you could call him my father.
But-
Not biologically, of course, but
Ah.
he has a tendency to adopt abandoned kids.
Brockus is a dragon?
Raucous is a leave me to it.
Hey, you don't know. You haven't met this world's Brockus. Well, technically you have, because it's just Toka, but...
Yeah. You know how dragons tend to hoard things? His
Yeah.
hoard are abandoned children.
Yeah, they also hoard necromantic bodies too, but that's a whole different kind of dragon.
Each dragon has their own thing.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
Well.
none of us are orphans, so we should be okay.
I mean, he doesn't keep people there against their will.
When I say that, I mean we're adults.
Yes.
We're not children.
Fair.
so,
I'm a
like,
grown-ass adult. I don't need no mommy.
I don't know what your family situation is beyond the ones that I've met, but we're all adults and support ourselves for the most part. So, not technically orphans.
we support each other.
Out of character, dropped off at a monastery. I had family.
You were taken care of, therefore doesn't fit the bill.
Out of character.
My daddy just walked off on me again.
More cigarettes and at the store.
More
Went to go get some
cigarettes and milk in there, and a
Milk and
year later,
cigarettes.
finally found him.
Sorry.
And then he's like, "Oh right, I'm still going to get cigarettes and milk." I'll be right back.
Literally, just my brother and I since I was a kid. So, I don't know. I haven't even thought about that part of my backstory.
I'm gonna go find some carrots. Bye.
And they ran into Callie, who was hungry.
It's always rabbit hunting season.
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Hunting for wabbits.
Anyway,
Herding cats.
pretty much. So I take it the plan is to head to Witherbark first.
Yes. Need to establish some sort of connection down here, find our bearings, and hopefully be able to figure out what happened to, what was your brother's name?
Kodu?
Cody?
Kodu.
Kobu.
We get the one normal name in here, Cody. Oh, okay. What a strange name.
Kodu. C-O-D-U.
Kodu.
Next, you're gonna say some strange name like Jonathan or Bob.
Hey,
Those
look,
names can also
Theodore is...
Steve.
I was gonna say Theo or Theodore is not that strange of a name. It's a little...
All right. So as you are heading on out, I need to know what your marching order is.
Oh.
Well, I would be leading as I'm taking them back to my town.
Yes, yes.
Reiju will take up the rear.
I'll be right behind. Well, right behind, like, I'll be second.
Nyx is good in the middle. Being I mean, she's okay with up close combat, but being ranged to cover the front and the back if need be is good. So middle is good for Nyx.
And Callie will be, I guess, right behind Nyx, walking side by side with Bernard, unless Bernard would prefer to travel in shadow.
Yep. The moment that like you all get ready, he kind of just like walks up to you and just slips into your shadow.
Then Callie will probably be in front of Nyx.
Yeah, but I
Um,
don't have any ranged attacks, so...
You can eat the axe. You just have to go get it. Not with
Yeah.
that attitude. Otherwise, you can eat it.
I mean, I did from, last time when it was yeeted out of my hand, I was able to go run and grab it and come back real quick, so.
Just make sure you can retrieve it again. The last time I had a character throw their weapon, it got stuck in a dragon, then the dragon flew away.
Oh yeah, I remember that
Oh yeah.
weapon that wasn't even theirs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't we also banish one of the beings with your weapon in them?
Or something
That's
like
happened.
that.
That's happened before.
Yeah.
That's happened before. But all right,
Yeah.
so you are heading out through these rolling grass plains. The weather, even the weather here is more agreeable than to what you're used to in the north. There is a gentle breeze that is, rolling on in. The sun doesn't feel like it's, going to try to murder you today. The ground beneath your feet isn't giving off any sort of residual heat from just baking in the sun all day. It is comfortable. As
I don't like it.
you look about, you could see various animals and whatnot running through the grassland. Some of them looking somewhat normal. Others have like random mutations about them, like a second head, or they've got like a split tail or something about them. It's like kind of signifies that they may have wandered into a corrupted patch at some point in time.
I've got a weird question. Do I still require the goggles to see during the daylight?
No, here the light is not as damning because it's not also like coming up off of the ground. You still get like a slight jarring feeling every now and then because your eyes aren't necessarily used to the sun. But if you didn't want to wear your goggles, you can have them off for a bit of time.
Yeah, she'll just kind of put them up and be like, huh. Okay. Huh. This is the first time anyone's actually seen her not wear goggles during the day. In a long, long time.
I mean, anyone looking at her, you could see her eyes are like very beady and whatnot, trying to adjust the light. But
I was wondering, does she have like tan lines?
most definitely, seeing as how you wear the goggles all the time out in the desert sun, you've got like just a lighter shade like around your eyes.
So like everything else is dark blue, and then you just have this light blue.
Yep.
Going on. Very raccoon-esque.
Okay. Dusk, since you are in the lead, if you can roll me percentiles.
76.
Not bad. So since you rolled a 76, Dusk, I will allow you to give me either a survival or perception check as you're going through this grassland.
Will be survival. That's going to be a 25.
25. Okay. So as you're going about, you sort of stop as you notice something dig up from the ground on a in the pathway, sort of cutting you off. And it looks to be like this large, like bone white cockroach / scarab looking thing.
Have I run across these creatures before?
How well traveled is Dusk?
Pretty well traveled in the vicinity of her hometown.
Okay, yeah, so you would know that these things are called ruined scarabs. They sort of pop up every now and then, and they're not pleasant creatures. They most definitely are things that will pretty much kill and collect certain parts of a individual's body or essence, and then they scurry off.
So knowing that, oh, I'm gonna read this spell really fast. She's gonna kind of snap her finger, and she's gonna cast the cantrip Create Bonfire, and she's gonna center it right where that thing popped up on the ground. I'll need a dex save from it.
On the
since we're taking
ground
damage.
range until the spell ends, a magic bonfire fills a 5-foot cube. Any creature in the bonfire must make a dex saving throw. Gotcha. That will be a dexterity save of 18.
Alright, so it makes it so it's not gonna take any damage, but now there's fire there.
Okay, and so since there is a bonfire there, I'm gonna move it over a little bit and put a bonfire marker.
Oh, we're on the map?
Is there a map?
You're about to be on the map because this is
Okay.
going to initiate combat.
Gotcha.
And I'll probably say to the group that this thing is nasty. We want to get rid of it as fast as possible.
And while that is happening, Reiju, you feel something pretty much lunge its weight into you
What the?
as you feel something bite into your side.
Uh-oh.
Ow.
Oh wait, no, I have to get these.
That's not good. At least I'm somewhat on guard after seeing the fire.
We're not on the map yet, are we?
No.
No, no, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you are going to take 17 points of slashing damage and another 7 points of necrotic.
All right.
And I need a
so,
strength saving throw from you.
let's see. Strength saving throw, you say?
Yep.
Oh, that's not good. Actually, it could be good. It's 17.
17. Okay, you are not knocked prone.
Oh, goody. But what the hell took a bite out of me?
Was it another one of the beetle thingies?
So Juniper and Dusk, you can give me perception checks.
Did I not see this either?
You would not.
Let me see the bite mark, god damn it.
Said it took a bite out of my arm or my neck?
Out of your side.
Out of my
Your
side.
side.
Yeah,
No, this was
Ow.
not.
I am not a chew
I don't-
toy.
I don't know what is going on with my rolls.
What'd you get?
9 total.
You're just not a very perceptive bunny. What'd you get,
I'm
Dusk?
supposed to be.
Oh, she. Do you want to roll a 20 real quick? I'll roll it for you. Okay, what's your plus for perception? 2? Okay. Damn, these dice are fire. Okay, dirty 20 for Dusk.
Okay, so Dusk will see this. Dusk will hear
She's
this.
putting Babu down.
Okay.
So
Dusk will hear the earth behind her as well sort of become disturbed as she hears another one of those rune scarabs pop up from behind the group. Though she is the only one that hears this, as Nirix, Callie, and Reiju are deafened.
We're deafened? We didn't even save for it?
No, there is no save for this. These creatures have a deafening aura, so anything within 5 feet of them are instantly deafened.
I was gonna say, am I deafened as well? Or
You are not, because you are out of the range. That's why I had you roll a perception check to see if you heard.
It's a good thing our rings are speaking our heads, but that doesn't help us right now.
Yeah.
Because we don't know. I just suddenly got really
Multiple
quiet.
bogeys. Ow.
God damn it, I forgot. Like, I went to click to give like the creature a turn, and instead I added the campfires.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll this then.
You're the only one that sees this. Go, go, go. I'm deaf right now. I'm deaf, dumb, and blind.
All right, I'm gonna take you all to a map.
I'm here.
Where was?
Sorry about that. Baby had fallen asleep. I had to put him in his crib.
Oh, good. I missed the flag that says players on Roll20.
It does take some adjusting.
Yeah.
For the new system here.
But
I
will-
love that they finally added folders for maps and stuff.
Yeah, same.
So just to show you what these individuals look like.
Oh, wait, let me pull up that tab. I want to say. Oh, they're little albino insectoids.
Yep.
Gross.
Scarabs.
Oh god, they're blue. They're from the
Yup.
Yeah,
second one.
these were not the things that I was thinking of. These are worse.
Let's see.
I mean, I assume they're worse because they're from
Toma Beast 3. TOB 3.
Oh, 3. I'll get the purple and the
There's-
blue flip-flopped.
similar things in Tomo Beast 2 that I had trailing you guys in No Way Out for a long time, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
These look like they're like the evolved form of those.
Oh, they
Oh,
are nasty. They are nasty indeed, and I love them.
and
Do I not have initiative?
I gave you initiative, I thought.
Don't see my token.
Me neither. I have 0.
No, Junie, I see your, I see you on there.
Your old. Oh, Junie's old token is on there.
That's Junie's old. Oh, that is old token. That's weird. Oh, you know what? It's because I didn't update your character sheet.
How dare you?
Oh, I didn't realize I had access. I could have just done that myself. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead and do that if you can, because I don't.
I have a tablet. I can't do
Oh
anything.
shit. Okay, give me a second. I got it. You sent me Junie's stuff, right?
I did. Not too terribly long ago, so it's not to scroll back too far.
Let's see. Where is this?
Well, this would be the right time to have a bad roll. Let's just put it that way.
Weird Wastes?
Well, I certainly just had one.
GNAT 1.
No, but I might as well have.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm over here. I rolled a 19.
Giant Junie.
Oh, I like Junie's token.
All right.
I can't seem to select my. I don't have access, I don't think, to my token. I do not.
Give me a second. What the fuck? Why is Roll20
And now
must?
I'm-
Give me a second.
You did that to me when we had our fight recently in Mass Effect 2. I was just like,
I just
Yeah.
hit refresh.
not have access.
Give me a sec, Cass. I'm setting up Junie here.
And also, I ended up rolling for initiative.
That's fine. You can put your initiative on.
I cannot. It won't let me. Oh,
There
there
we
we
go.
go.
Oh, me and Callie, we rolled the same thing.
Yep.
It's
Ah.
not plus
Equally
dexterity.
terrible. It's
I rolled
okay.
it.
We're deaf. We have an excuse.
We do.
We both. Oh god, I rolled a 2. Yeah.
And I'm used to this area, which is why mine's so high.
That explains everything.
All right, Junie, go ahead and add your.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
I thought I did.
Oh no, somebody else probably was typing at the same time, so it instantly wipes yours out.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, Bruce was notoriously
No, that was
burglared.
yeah, that was HP Fox doing that. Anytime he saw Grude's
Yep.
putting in the stuff, HP Fox would just put in their number. Like, nope, mine. Dusk.
All right. Well, advantage to going first. Oh, there's two things I want to do. We're gonna do this one first because, yeah. Let me see. But that one has range on it, so yeah, I'll do this one first because I'm in a position where I can. So I'm going first. I'm going to cast a fireball, where it only catches these two things, so I'm going to cast it kind of out in the distance.
Fireball is a what? 30?
20-foot radius.
Yeah.
So it's like out here somewhere.
Give me a
I want to
second.
try and catch both. I'm not sure if I can, but I want to try and catch both of them. I might not be able to.
Like the center point would be somewhere over here.
Just so
Yeah,
you
I
know,
think more that they're 30 feet apart, so I can't catch both.
just to let you know, grasslands are flammable.
Maybe we should.
Everything she does is fire based. Well, fine. I don't think I can catch both of them anyway. Now that I think about it.
No.
So it's
That bonfire.
so instead I'm going to.
Now
since
if
Junie
you
is right
take
next.
if you have deep magic and you have solitary fireball, where it's just one creature.
Didn't think that was available to sorcerers.
Deep magic is available to everyone.
No, I meant solitary fireball.
Oh,
That
You know what
No,
Kamek
it's
has?
not.
it's not okay.
That's what Kamek has.
I'm assuming it's a third level spell as well. So
No,
It's a
actually,
first, I
solitary fireball is a level 2.
level 2.
Mhm.
Nope, not available sorcerer.
Okay. So
So I guess instead, I'll reach over to Junie since she's standing right next to me, and I will cast haste on them.
oh no, let's give the rabbit an energy drink.
Yep.
Spin to win.
So pop that into chat. But until the spell ends, your speed is doubled. You gain
Oh, God.
plus 2 to your AC. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws. And you can gain an additional action on each of your turn, which can be attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use object.
Oh god, and then I'm also gonna rage.
Yeah.
As a time wizzy, I'll be able to do that so often to so many people. It'll be great. Just for free. Just haste, haste, haste.
And then I will spend a point of meta magic to a quicken spell. Oh, sorry. 2 sorcery points. And I will cast the Firebolt cantrip as a bonus action.
Okay.
To make a ranged attack spell.
When does the
Ooh.
spell end? Up to 1 minute.
I had to concentrate on it. 1 minute. So 10 rounds.
I'm gonna put the concentration marker on
me?
Yep.
Alright, so that is a natural 20. The Firebolt.
Firebolt. Okay.
I'll be aiming for this one that's back here by Reiju. That's closer to the party.
Okay. You most definitely could do that because you are aware. They made
I'm aware
one.
it's there.
They made one fatal error in this, and that is they dug up from the ground because by themselves, if they were just to walk up and start attacking, they are a 110% silent. Their attacks, their movement, nothing makes any noise. They are like the primal stalkers.
And they also have like a deafening aura, right?
Yeah. So the things that are being attacked, can't even hear them.
18. 18 plus 8 is going to be 26 points of fire damage. Because I have, as a draconic sorcerer, I can add my charisma bonus to all my damage. It's fire based.
And you did apply brutal, right?
Yes.
So 26
So
points of damage.
14 base plus what I rolled.
So 26.
Yep, 26.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to move back a little. Just get some distance. Sorry, I can't move the concentration thing with me.
Yep, that's fine. I can do it. Junie. Now that you can go fast.
Gotta go fast. Okay.
You guys a bunny, anyone?
Yes. So I want to attack. I want to move and attack this one. I mean, I'm gonna rage.
Of course.
Okay. And I also want to, I'm gonna use my my axe, like not actual halberd, but whatever.
It's an axe hammer. I mean,
Axe hammer, yeah. And I'll do electricity damage. Why not? It's gonna be the thing, so I'm gonna try that. Okay, so what was it? Roll d20 plus whatever my attack bonus is.
Yeah, whatever the attack bonus on your weapon is.
And I'm sorry, that creature, I forgot that we're 5th level. I didn't do the 2d10, so it needs another 18 points of damage.
Another 18?
Yep, because of the brutal critical.
So
Bye, bug.
23.
23 will hit.
Let's see. 2d6 plus, but it doesn't plus nothing, so just 2d6. All right.
Well, 2d6 plus your strength.
Okay.
Your strength modifier.
For some reason that wasn't on my character sheet. It was blank. So.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, I think a lot of like the character sheets and everything got messed up in the recent update. Because I know for a fact that I put the information on your character sheet.
8.
A total of 8?
Yes.
Man, you rolled low.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going.
Change the dice.
I've
them.
been.
I think you have.
She has your lucky jam.
I passed it on.
Cass, I also think you have a second attack, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a second action.
Taking another. Yes. So essentially doing that and then going back with fire.
Okay.
Uh, 25.
25 will hit.
And I think it's instead. Oh, okay. 12. 16.
Okay.
So, and then I have one more thing.
You have one more action.
Oh, also, if I'm raging, don't I roll with the
Only
advantage?
if you claim reckless.
Okay. No, I'm good. I seem to be.
And you have one other action, which I believe you can attack one more time. Correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
And also don't forget, because you're raging, that adds an additional 3 damage to all your strikes.
Okay, so go ahead and add 3 to the.
So an additional 6.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I am pretty close up. So 13. Wait. 6 plus 9 is 15.
6 plus 9 is 14.
14.
14 will
6
not
plus
hit.
9
6
is
plus 9 is
14.
15.
Why did? Yeah, I can't math. Ignore me. I thought you said 6 plus 5. Yeah, a 15 will hit.
Okay.
But 6 and 5 is 11.
Yeah, math.
My
Look,
brain went like
look,
6
leave
plus
me
9 is
alone.
13. No.
Leave me
15.
alone.
Math person
No.
can't.
Okay. 13 more points of damage.
13 more points of damage.
And can I also back up a little bit?
You also get
You
one more
can't.
hit.
Out
So you
of
get a
range or
full.
no?
You get a full action, so you get another comeback.
Yeah, you get 2 hits.
No, it's
No,
only
no.
one weapon attack.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's right. You
I see that
can
now.
you can step back, but if you step back, it will be an attack of opportunity. They can take an attack or opportunity against you.
I'm good.
Okay.
Because that would be disengaging. Got it.
Yep. Bugs. Yep, it's just gonna keep what it was doing, and it's gonna make 2 bite attacks against Reiju. Gonna miss. Reiju, does a 15 hit you?
15 misses.
Okay, so that's 2 misses, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
The one down on Juniper is going to make 2 bite attacks as well.
And I have a +2 to my AC
Correct.
right now.
All right, that one will miss. Man, these are the giants again.
Happens all too often.
Yep. It rolled a 2 and then it rolled a 3, and I know both of those are not going to be enough to hit Juniper.
Nope. Right now
So-
I have plenty.
Reiju, on the start of your turn, you're going to take another 1 point in necrotic damage as their flesh-eating aura kicks into effect.
Gotcha. Because I'm already wounded.
Yep. Any creature that does not have all of its HP at the start of its turn within 10 feet of the scarab takes 1d4 necrotic damage.
I
Fair
like
enough.
these things.
All right.
In addition, any magical
okay.
healing within 10 in addition, any magical healing within 10 feet of the scarab is halved.
Good to know.
Yeah, they are.
Spending 1 key point to disengage from Step of the Wind.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna back up. Let's say about to here. 40 feet.
Okay, give me a second.
Okay.
As you move away, it's going to use the reaction.
Yeah, I disengaged.
Yes. But it's not going to attack or anything.
Oh.
As it uses an ability, a reaction called Relentless Pursuit.
Oh. Well, that just makes this easier.
So as you go away, it begins to skitter after you.
Okay. Then... What is the maximum amount that I should do here?
97.
Yes.
42.
Too low.
That's the meaning of life.
We are going to upcast to 2nd level, guiding bolt.
Firebolt.
Guiding bolt.
Aimbot. Got it.
Yep, aimbot. So, with the range spell attack, here we go. Does a 23 hit?
Yep, most definitely hits.
Okay.
As cool as they look, they are just bugs.
Yeah. Alright. Ooh.
So what will you find in my campaigns? Mushrooms, bugs, and fae.
There.
The perfect concoction.
That
And
is going
half.
to be a total of 20 radiant damage.
I hate the fact that I'm technically a cottagecore DM.
Hate it or embrace it?
Apparently, I embrace it
And-
because I just can't get away from it.
Not its core.
And since the
Goddamn
next
Cass.
attack against it has advantage, we are going to then. Let's see. Use my move, use my action, use the disengage bonus action. As a free action, they're still bugs! And that's her turn. Since now that everyone except for Junie is out of earshot of these things.
Everybody, yeah, nobody's deafened right now except for Junie. Junie can't hear shit.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, no, this isn't because of your bad perception. It's because you're within its deafening aura. Callie.
The other bug there, was it meant to go on that same initiative as the first one, or does it have its own initiative? I don't see it on the tracker.
They go on the same initiative.
Did it do anything?
It missed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it
Yeah.
rolled a 2 and the 3, right?
Yeah, the one that near Junie rolled a 2 and a 3.
Right,
The one
yes.
that near Reiju rolled a 5 and a 6.
Tried to do something, but did not accomplish it. I think I'm just going to scoot up behind this one. I'm confident that Junie can take a hit or two if she needs to. Maybe not so much Reiju after already being bitten.
Ow.
So,
By the way, your first attack has advantage.
yeah, I think I'm going to use my bonus action to spend a key point and create my noxious aura around me.
Okay. Noxious aura is a 5-foot aura.
Yep, just 5 feet around me.
As you summon up fart gas.
Fart gas. And nothing will happen until it starts its turn in it, but it is active for now. And I'm just going to start punching it.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead with that. And that's going to be 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
Barf.
Look, a door slammed outside. All the dogs got bark.
That will be 12 bludgeoning damage.
It's okay. Okay.
Okay.
And I will throw Stunning Strike on that as well, so it needs to make a con save.
That's going to be a Constitution save of 19.
19, it will succeed.
This is like the only thing they're like making any good rolls on is their saves. Everything else is just like, yeah, I'm just gonna bite air.
Punch it again in that case. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, minimum damage on that one. That is going to be 7 bludgeoning damage. And we're level 10. We have 1,000,000 key points at this point. Let's Stunning Strike it again.
Okay. Ah, there you go. That's a nat 1.
Nat 1. So it is going to be stunned. It will be stunned until the end of my next turn. And
You know, I was almost concerned that I didn't have a stun marker.
Stars.
I
Ducks.
like it.
you know what? We might as well Flurry of Blows.
There we go. Now you get advantage against it no matter what.
Yeah.
Right?
Stunned, I think, is advantage on attacks, and it auto fails strength and dex saves, if I remember correctly. Might not.
Let me consort the Googles.
Stunning strike.
If they are stunned, Some creature is incapacitated, automatically fails strength and dex saving throws. Attack rolls have advantage.
Yeah. So we will do those flurry of blows shots. And that's going to be a 25 to hit.
Yep.
And that's going to be max damage on that one. That's 15 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And strike number 2 is a 28 to hit.
28, that definitely hits.
And that's going to be 13 bludgeoning damage.
Still up.
That will be it for Callie.
All right. Nyrix.
Yeah. So, gonna take a little bit of a step back. That way I have them kind of both within my sights.
I will say, while you are in that area right there, you have partial cover. Because it is still it is still waist high grass.
Oh, nice. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna attack the one that is in front of Callie right now. So I'm gonna bonus action activate. Yeah, we'll do fire since everyone else is using fire. Okay, that's 4 damage to me. I have to math real quick. Yes, okay, perfect. Oh, I did not mean to bring my health down that low. Okay. I was like, oh, I'm at 107. Nope, I didn't mean 17. Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, and then I'm going to use sharpshooter to give myself a -5 penalty to shoot at this guy.
You're shooting at the one next to Callie?
Next to Callie.
Okay.
Yes. It's holy crap. Okay. 4 -5. That's 23 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. I also need it to make I think it's a Constitution saving throw. Give me a second. Constitution saving throw, yes.
That is going to be a Constitution save of 13.
Yes. Okay, so it takes a little extra damage. That. You. Where's my D8? My D8. That's a 10. 8. There we go. Okay. Okay, so. 21 piercing.
Okay.
And that is going to be 9 fire.
Okay. As that does the scarab in. As the legs underneath of it sort of just like shake and then crumble to dust. As like the dome-like top of it sort of just like slowly opens up.
Was this creature bleeding?
No.
Hold on, it doesn't say the creature has to have blood.
You're talking about the marionette thing?
Does not say it has to have blood.
Does it have effects on undead?
No, it's the puppet, the fallen puppet. When the creature hits 0 hit points, you can use your reaction. Oh no, wait. You can use your reaction to give that creature final act of aggression. It will immediately pick up a weapon if it had any and attack an opponent of your choice. Doesn't say blood.
Okay. So
Because I know some of them do. Some of them has to do with like a bleeding creature. So yeah, it doesn't say. Are these creatures supposed to be undead?
yeah, they are undead.
Oh. Yeah, it doesn't say. It just says
Okay.
if a creature you see within 30 feet drops to 0 hit points, you can use a reaction.
Okay, I'm gonna say at this point because of the way that it dies, as it just like pretty much molts instantly from death, it's not going to change.
That's okay.
So no,
That
if because it's a puppet, it would basically move its 30 feet.
It's farther than 30 feet from you anyway, so.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah. From you and from the target.
Oh, I just said.
Yeah, it's gonna
Oh, I was
pretty
looking at
much
the other
make
bug,
it
that's why.
there,
Never mind, it was
and
the
then
other
it's
bug.
just gonna collapse.
That's okay.
Oh.
Mm.
All right. Anything else, Nerix?
I think I have to use a bonus action to move my mark, I think. Let's see here. Give me a second. Oh, it does not say. I wonder if I have to reactivate it. Okay, nope, that's the end for me.
Okay.
Oh
Well,
wait, I have an extra attack, don't I?
do you?
I think I do. Let me.
Do you believe you have 2 attacks right now?
Yes, I do. I do have an extra attack. Okay. Yeah. So then I will shift and move over to the other bug. Same thing, going to use sharpshooter. Oh, it's a little lower. That is a 19.
A 19 will hit.
Okay. Perfect. And I need it to make a Constitution saving throw.
There we go. That's going to be a Constitution saving throw of 22.
22. Okay, so it does not get the extra die. So it's 5 points of fire.
5 points
And
of
then
fire.
19 piercing. 5 fire, 19 piercing. And of course, all my attacks are magic.
Okay.
And that is it.
Okay.
I'm good where I am.
Dusk. You're up.
And it has to change just a little bit now that there's only one of them. We're going to start with Scorching Ray. 2, 3 rays. Hurl them at targets within range. You can hurl on one target or several. Make a ranged spell attack for each ray. So I'm going to make 3 ranged spell attacks. One of those is a natural one, so I ain't going to do nothing.
Oh, wait, a 1?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is going to do something. But roll
Okay.
the other ones.
Then we got a 26
That'll hit.
and a 16.
16 will hit as well. So roll the damage for the first ray.
That's going to be 7 plus 4 because it's a fire, so that's going to be a total 11 fire damage.
Juniper, you're going to take 11 points of fire damage as a scorching ray is going to nail you in the back.
Sorry. 12 points for the second ray that hit the bug.
Yep.
And then that's going to be 5 and 4. That's 9 plus another 4 is 13 more points of fire damage to the bug. And I forgot to mention, they're not resistant to the fire, right?
No.
Okay, good. So I have the elemental adept, so.
Ah, very nice.
But I forgot to mention it.
Anything else?
Let me see. We'll spend 2 more points of sorcery points and firebolt this thing on top of that.
Okay.
because- Yeah, so that's gonna be a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Let me grab another D10 so I don't make the same mistake as last time. Where is it? There it is. That is going to be 16 plus another 4, so that's 20 more points of fire damage.
All right, it is still up. Junie.
I'm gonna hit it with my axe thing.
Normal or reckless?
Yeah, I'll do reckless.
There you go.
Why not? It was one thing if when there was 2 of them. This one, it's like, eh.
Yeah.
And then I roll with advantage.
Yep.
First one I rolled a 5. The next one I rolled a 6.
For a total of?
So with the thing, it's the total of 10.
10 will not
So
hit.
that was a miss. But I
Wait,
still
no,
get
that's
to-
not right. That's not right. No.
Your total attack.
Your attack.
Your attack bonus is what?
Yeah, where it's on your weapon, it should say
Oh.
what the attack roll
Yeah.
is.
Never mind. So 6 plus 9 is what, Corey?
I don't know.
It's
Apparently.
15.
15 will hit.
Sorry.
No bugs.
Yay.
They're just bugs.
Nine.
9 damage.
Yes.
All right, how do you want to do this?
Includes your plus.
Ah.
So
Follow the Titan.
how does Junie
And I'm still like
dispatch
hopped
this
up on
thing?
energy rings, right?
Yeah, you are. You like pretty much took you were given a Red Bull that was spiked with like Mountain Dew and Monster and probably like just straight
I got cocoa
espresso.
juice.
Yeah,
It's gonna
So
be a really bad time when she gets
that little
out of that.
bunny heart's just like rapid firing right
Oh,
now.
God. Yeah, what was it? It's like like after the concentration or whatever, I can't move for my next thing. But we don't have to worry about that because we're fine.
Yeah, just an
Everything's
action.
fine. Yeah. I slam it onto its head, like this way,
Okay, just bonk.
and then I kind of like. It's hard to explain what I want. Like I step my foot on the axe and kind of jump over it and fling it up, and I
Just-
take off its head.
Just gonna launch it.
Yeah, and you
Oh, and it flips
like
off my hand.
you like pretty much carve the head off of the body as it kind of like it just falls like a little bit away from the rest of like the carapace.
I would like to start investigating these carcasses.
I
You,
would also.
you most definitely can. Both of you can. So go ahead and give me investigation rolls. Investigation
also-
or survival, or you can roll investigation, nature, survival, or arcana.
I'm gonna
Ooh.
do Arcana.
I'm more into survival because I'm looking for. She wants like a tooth or a piece of its mandible or something to pull off this thing.
Yeah, and I want to see if there's anything I can harvest from it for future materials. I still have like that crazy ass numbing poison too. I'm gonna do survival because I've got one better in that compared to my others.
Okay.
I rolled a
I-
6.
All right. I'll go around. Just do your rolls. So you rolled a 16. What?
Survival.
Survival, and Nerix, you're doing survival as well.
Yes, 23.
Okay, 23. Okay, so the both of you start like poking and prodding around this thing, and its body itself, like you can see that like the mandibles and everything, but there are like basically no insides to this thing, and they're like pretty much hollowed out. But there are like various humanoid organs that are just like stored inside this thing. You see that there's like a spleen and there's an eyeball. There's a pair of elf ears that are inside one of them. and like the other one has like the lower mandible of a human jaw, and then like a severed hand, just like various body parts and organs inside these things.
Oh, it would have eaten us whole. Or parts of us, maybe.
Just like its stomach contents, or it's just kind of throughout its whole body?
It's like inside the creature itself. It doesn't have any of like its own internal organs, but it seems to be carrying these.
Huh, interesting.
Like it doesn't even have a stomach.
Some strange necromantic.
Yeah, and Reiji, what'd you get with your Arcana roll?
Natural 20 for 24.
You can full on confirm that yes, these creatures were created by necromantic magic. They are not natural.
That ain't natural.
I think the puppet master must have.
Oh no, this ain't Puppet Master. This is something. No, this is something completely different.
Well, definitely not natural. Definitely not friendly. Very necrotic.
These things are never friendly.
Yeah, these were made.
Yeah, they have a lot of necromantic qualities about them.
They are very odd. As she says that, she takes a piece of the mandible and breaks it off, puts it in her bag.
And like it like once it's dead, it's just easily, just like you could grab it with your hand, just snap it right off, as it's like brittle like bone.
How brittle is the husk shell?
Now that they're dead, they are extremely brittle. Like you just like barely touch it, and your finger kind of just like pokes through it.
It's like paper mache. Huh.
I'll take a piece of its leg. Just a small piece.
Does it survive the trip back to the village? That's the question.
Can I keep the head?
What head?
You could take the head, yes.
That was a joke, but now I actually kind of want to keep it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
We got enough wall space for trophies.
So as you are poking around this body, an audible thud of hoof prints or hooves sound like they are running up towards you, like a slight gallop.
Arrow
Get
up.
off the road slightly. And put out the
Arrow
campfire.
notched and ready.
Yeah, like as you turn, you like knock that arrow, you can see a creature riding up towards you. A pair of like double-bladed short swords in their hands, with a like a basket of javelins on its back, riding up towards you. Though this is not a normal rider. They have the upper body of like a human and the lower body of what like for us would be a zebra. As even their upper body is like this soft like grayish color with like the same zebra like stripe markings. It's got just like a long pair of like almost like equine ears and just like a singular dark braid of hair going from like its head down to like the middle of its shoulders. He sort of stops and he looks at all of you, eyes going over to Dusk. Is Gilly here?
She just stepped away to check on baby.
Okay. So he stands there for a moment and nods to Dusk and greets her by name. I am sorry that I was unable to assist.
We didn't need it.
All right. More would have been nice. Ow. Just gonna fix myself up real quick and do a cure wounds.
I'm gonna take everybody. I'm gonna take everyone back. Well, not everyone, but the stream back to the map. Those of you who are on the map, I'm just gonna show you partially an image of what this individual looks.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, he's hot.
Oh my.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought of the way you described it made me think of a barbarian character I was thinking of future use. That was a centaur, but it was the body of an okapi.
Well, if you look at the stream itself, I've got a full picture of it on there for people to see what he fully looks like.
What is that?
Look it up way back.
Neat.
Oh no, a hot zebra boy.
Yep.
Oh no.
They are zebra centaurs.
Who says they're limited to just horses?
When you hear hoof prints, think horses, not zebras. Except in this case, it's a zebra centaur.
And Dusk, you know this individual. This is actually the captain of Witherbark's guard. A captain.
Do I know?
A Captain Remu.
Hello, Remu.
Dusk.
Missed the excitement.
Yes, apparently we've been tracking a group of these things for the past night and a half. We happened upon a camp of travelers that were not as lucky as you and your friends here.
Lucky to be traveling with companions today, it sounds like.
Yes, well, this is not a good sign. These are normally signs of necromancers.
Oh.
Yes.
Were these the only two, or are there more?
My men and I dispatched 4 others that were wandering across the plains around Witherbark.
Well, if there's no more, that's going to deter a lot of the the traders we get through here.
Yes, speaking of which, I'm not familiar with any of these faces. Friends of yours?
Recent acquaintances. I ran into them yesterday.
Hello.
From the north.
Northerners?
Pat, you're the Southerners.
Yeah.
Rather well put together. Tales that I've heard of your people make you sound primitive.
They can be in certain aspects, yes.
You're supposed to be mutagenic monsters.
Well,
Doesn't
well,
seem that way.
don't let the appearance fool you. This is completely natural.
Derek raised an eyebrow, like, not what I meant, but okay.
Well met. I can raise you. And your friend Dusk here was escorting us back to the village, as it were.
They've run out of provisions. They're need to stock up.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Well, I am not one to turn away outsiders in need of aid. You seem to be able to handle yourselves quite well.
We try.
Your sword is always a welcome addition to the town. There's always somebody looking for something needing to be taken care of, hunted, destroyed. You should have no issue finding work in town if need be.
Oh, good, because we don't have money. Apparently, money's a thing.
We got something, but it's not exactly the same as yours.
As he kind of like looks at the 2 corpses. You could take those into town. That should get you a fair amount of coin.
Fair enough.
All right.
And
Say no more, fam.
I guess they're pretty light too, right? Because they were able to be cracked easily.
Yeah, like they just due to their size, it's going to take like 2 of you to lift one up.
I was gonna say, like, does it matter if they're in pieces?
We normally not really will take proof of kill, though. If you bring the entire corpse, you tend to get a little bit of a bonus.
Okay.
Just
No, I meant, like,
pick it
if
up
it
and
has-
shake the
does it
people
have to
parts
be-
out first.
Yeah, kind of dump it up. And then
Is he like, he looks like, oh, that's not good.
no, it's
No.
very. These things were made.
These are the parts to make it.
No, these are not the parts to make it. He kneels down, he starts picking up the pieces and putting them into like an already like bloody looking burlap bag. Seals it up and
Yeah.
tightens it, and he just puts it on his hip.
Were the others that you came across the same?
When we happened upon the camp, the bugs, I guess you can call them, were harvesting the bodies.
That explains it. Like hoarding?
No, they were very selective in the organs and parts that they were taking.
Hmm.
Yeah, they do tend to take things. I don't know how selective they usually are, though. I try to stay away from them.
Fair enough. We can probably discuss this later. Maybe with your village leader if they know what's going on.
No, I doubt they would know what is going on. Matters such as this are kept to my prerogative.
Understood. Well,
I mean, don't get me wrong, Mayor Pebbles is a wonderful leader, but when it comes to the aspect of town defense, it is left to me.
Mayor Pebbles?
Yes,
okay.
Mayor Pebbles Brightfeather.
Well,
Are you
Feather?
heading back into town after this?
I was just about to head back into town when I saw fire streaking across. I meant to check it out just in case we would have to deal with another grass fire.
Yeah, by the way, is the
I was
grass
prepared in case anything caught fire.
I already put it out with prestidigitation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I made sure of that.
Yeah, I picked up some water spells just in case. You know, I
Well-
don't want to set something on fire again. Learned my lesson last time.
Yes, not like last time. That fire got a little too close to Witherbark.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was my bad.
But
No,
if you're in need of an escort, I would be more than happy to accompany you. I'm heading back there myself.
I definitely love the escort. Don't want to run into more of these unaware.
much appreciated. Be a lot easier to get these in without any more distractions.
Indeed. He's like, well, if you've got what you need from your bounty, let us be on our way.
You said you would need roughly about 2 people to carry one of these carcasses?
It's about two people per carcass. They're light,
Because
but
it's
they're
big
big.
or because it's heavy?
Because it's big.
Just
It's just, yeah, just very awkward trying to
Oh, okay.
handle it.
It doesn't require strength.
Okay.
Reggie's picking one up.
Yeah.
It's
Like
simple.
their corpses when dead are feather light.
Okay.
But for like the remainder of the trip, Remus sort of just begins to lead you through the pathway back to Witherbark. And it takes about another hour and a half from where you're at now to get there. And what you see happening upon this town is a very well established wall, a wooden wall. Battlements along the inside. You could see various guards walking around with spears and bows. People of various creeds and races are just walking through, like in and out of the town, just normal foot traffic. There doesn't seem to be any guard at the gate checking for paperwork or for permits or anything like that. It's just
For
very
the magic.
come and go as you wish. And the closer you get into towards the town, you could begin to hear the voices of a very busy, like, moderately-sized city. Like, this is the first place that you have been that resembles any sort of culture or civilization in months.
Yeah.
Feels good to not be in the wilderness anymore.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Nyx isn't a city girl.
And
We've noticed.
Reimu begins to lead you, like, past the gates, as you get a couple glancing looks at you as you're carrying these like scarab-like carcasses in with you, and he looks back like, you want to go to the building right as you go into the gates. Just leave these with the quartermaster. He'll appraise them, pay you what you need, and send you on your way.
All right.
Okay.
I can escort them over there so they don't get lost.
Yeah.
And
Go,
as
Reggie, let's go.
as you begin to walk into the town, you notice this small, how to describe it, about this small little beaked bird about the size of a halfling, dressed in very fine clothing, like almost that of like a merchant, sort of like waddles on up over to you and to Reimu. Captain Remo, I have been notified by your men as to what you have encountered today. Please tell me that you have it under control and we are in no immediate danger. Reimu sort of like waves his hand. He's like, Mr. Mayor, you do not have to worry. We took care of the situation. I will be having a meeting with my top officers to increase security around the town until we can find whomever is responsible for these attacks. And what you see standing before you is a little puffin folk.
It's so cute.
I was about to make a penguin joke saying, oh god, Penguin did become the mayor of Gotham.
Yo.
Oh my goodness.
Got the pipe and everything.
Got the pipe
Oh
and
my god, the
everything.
human hands throw me off though. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like
Yeah, I'm not
I don't
I mean,
like
you
that.
gotta be able to hold
I
something.
want a fin. Give
Or
me
like-
the fin. I don't want the hand.
Or like the penguin from, Batman, having like the little.
I mean,
gloves.
you like campaign 2, you went to an island full of these things that had an island resort.
Yep.
I don't
Yeah,
think they were
you-
described.
I don't remember them having hands though, but maybe I just decided to gloss over that.
I think we did. I think we just went, nope.
Nope, they have feathers.
I
Yeah,
just
that's
imagine
it.
they have like the penguin the thing, but like with a thumb, so that it's like mittens.
Flippers and a
almost.
thumb.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
okay
see,
with
that's
that.
more acceptable to me.
I will accept that.
The human hands look weird.
He
I
sort
deny
of
your hand.
looks over to Dusk and gives her a little wave, and
She gives like the little two-fingered salute wave thing. Like, oh, hello.
new people. He sort of like waddles around Reimu. A pleasure to meet you. I am Mayor Brightfeather. Welcome to Witherbark.
Thank you for hosting us.
Oh, everyone is welcome, as long as you don't cause trouble, but if you do, this one will take care of that.
That's it.
So, what brings you
And trust
to
me, he's quite good at that.
what brings you to our humble little city?
We had a bit of a problem with food storage, and we need to restock on food and supplies. And we were met with Miss Dusk here.
Well, it is good that they happen upon Dusk. Well, you will find many good supplies, including food, here in town. You all do look like you've been very well traveled and road worn. I mean, I don't mean any sort of disrespect, but it doesn't look like you've been in civilization for quite some time.
Feels
No
like we've
offense
been in the
taken.
desert for years.
I
That's
don't
a-
do
Looked at it.
It's like he turns his head at this word desert. Desert? There are no deserts around here.
The north. We're northerners.
Mm,
Oh,
the other side of the wall.
beyond the wall.
Mm.
So there is a desert.
More of a-
Normally those that we find that have like crossed over the wall are a bit delusional, and we lose them to insanity long before we ever have a chance to sit down and introduce one another.
We're getting there.
And then, you know, the blood hunters aren't really necessarily ones for talk about what's beyond the other side of the wall.
Nope.
Fair enough. Well, again, thank you. And
Is-
also,
He sees Nir. He's like, speak of the devil. No insult intended, mind you.
Oh,
But-
it's fine. We don't talk about work.
No, and that is something that I respect of your hunters. You stick to your creeds. So we have set aside a little hall in town for any passing hunters to gather. That way, if they need to have private quarters or meet with one another, there is a place they can speak without information falling on unintended ears.
Oh my god, it's my background feature. Yay.
I can point out the hall to you. They have to drop off these carcasses, and I was planning on taking them by the inn so they can get somewhere to stay. And I can point out the Hunter's Hall while we do that.
Oh yes, please give them the grand tour of the city. You know,
Your wish is my command.
they look like they can be a big help, and it's very nice to meet a northerner who isn't rambling about cursed earth and mutations and whatnot.
Give it time.
I hope not.
let's see.
Tells an order of the mutant about mutations. It's like I win.
Unnatural.
God,
Are we the mutation? Who knows?
But he's like, you know, yes, well, I am very busy, have a lot of important things to do. Dusk, I leave them in your capable hands. Captain, when you have a moment, please stop by my office so you and I can discuss any needed upgrades to our security. But I wish all of you a wonderful rest of your day, and welcome to Witherbark. You know, that he gives like a very like short bow, and he just like starts waddling back into town.
This seems too good to be true.
Well, let's take you over to the quartermaster, and then we're going to head to the inn so you guys can get cleaned up.
Let's get paid. Let's get paid.
we don't have money yet. Let's get paid.
And Raymond looks back, he's like, I'll leave him with you. I've got something to take care of. He
Of
goes
course, I'll make sure there's no trouble here at all.
he kind of like says that at the moment they're in your charge, so yes, please.
Oh,
She just
you're
gives
the
a-
new Callie.
She just gives a shitty grin because she's known to cause more trouble around here than anyone else.
And like as you begin to walk into the city, it's an even more of a culture shock, as you can see people in various forms of dress and various like forms of like influence of society, sort of just like walking along, intermingling with one people. There are domiciles and apartments next to shops, just all throughout the city. It doesn't seem to have that structured tone of home to where everything was in rings. And
Callie's over here. There's no order to this. It's all
oh
chaos.
yeah, it is absolute chaos in Callie's mind. There is no structure in the city. But Dusk, you lead them to the just like the small shack, like right inside the gate of Witherbark. and there's like a small bell on like an outside counter for you to ring for service.
Right.
You just ring the bell and you hear like these like very heavy steps walking up from a an inside staircase leading like down into a basement, and you see this strange looking metallic man sort of coming up towards the group. Where normally people would have flesh and bone, this is more wood and metal. All right, who did what? And he kind of looks over at Dusk.
Puts her hands up. Not me this time.
Why do I not believe it?
Because we can vouch for her.
Look, I got people who say it won't me.
No offense, but I don't know you, and I know this one to cause nothing but chaos.
Well, considering that this one just points to Juniper, chop that one's head off and points to the husk, and then points to Nyrix. It's like, this one, shot the arrow through this one.
I pull out the head.
It's like sticking out between its eyes.
Honestly, I don't think I could have taken two of these things down on my own. Oh, I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Yes. So you're here to turn in a bounty.
Indeed.
Sort of walks out, and as he does, this like metallic dog sort of just like bolts out of the door along with him and begins to like run around him, and then like starts mock sniffing around the carcasses.
I'm like,
He's like holding a clipboard. He's like, these are natural. Well, as natural as can be. Yeah, definitely dead.
These were made by necromancy.
Wonderful.
Hmm.
All right, put him on the scale over there.
All right. Let's try and fit them as best we can.
And it's a large scale, and he walks over and he like takes the weight and everything, and okay. One moment, please. He sort of walks back into the shack. A few moments later, he comes and he's like on the opposite side of that little counter. He puts up two documents, like two separate documents on clipboards. I just need you to sign here, and initial here.
Just fast read it real quick. Like, what am I looking at? Like, footnote.
It's just it's a standard it's basically a bill of sale.
Yeah.
Just like saying that you have been compensated for your efforts.
All right.
Raju?
Yep.
Maybe I should look at those. Paperwork. It's my specialty.
It's fine. It's a bill of sale.
No, I should look.
All right, look at this one, and I'll sign this one.
Callie's over here like, paperwork, give it here. Give it.
I've already signed the ones I passed to Callie.
Bureaucracy. Okay. So
She's like, oh my god, paperwork. Oh,
well,
god,
I mean,
finally.
Callie,
Structure.
she likes to get her eyes on this stuff, so
Right.
she can examine, the handwriting on it, any identifying marks on the paperwork, any sigils on the paperwork, names that are on the paperwork, just so she can lock that away in the back of her mind.
She gets rage.
so she could forge documents.
Listen, I'm not saying she's going to forge any documents. I'm just saying it's good to have an array of talents.
True.
And it's good to know what you're
So
looking
Callie,
at.
if you're gonna like legalese this thing, go ahead and give me a skill roll with it.
What did I use in the past for
Use
this?
a forgery kit. Basically, you added your proficiency bonus to a.
That's only if she's making a forgery of the
Yeah,
document.
Right.
If anything, it would be your wisdom,
Yeah, I think it was just straight wisdom, wasn't it?
not wisdom intelligence. I'm sorry.
Was it?
No.
I thought I used
No.
something else.
She would
You're
have had
right.
to beat my score for the order thing.
It's been so long since we've been in a city. I don't remember what skill I used for this.
I think let's just go straight perception, because you are looking for perception or investigation, since you are looking for like specific names and sigils and stuff like that.
I'll go with perception on this because I'm just taking it all in.
Okay.
And it's 22.
22.
Like,
It is a standard run-of-the-mill bill of sale between you and the city of Witherbark. There doesn't seem to be any sort of identifying names or anything of that sort. It's just very cut and dry.
Okay. I will just kind of keep in mind their general layout of these things as well when I pass it on.
Junie, are you giving them the head as well, or are you taking that with you?
No, I'll give them the head.
Okay. So in that case, he's like, okay, so it's gonna be a total of 175 gold for the two of them. Sort of puts 2 bags up there.
You guys finally have gold.
right. So, would you happen to know where to go if we have currency from up north that doesn't exactly match the currency from down here?
A currency
Northerners.
exchange booth?
Northerners.
Yes.
You didn't look like you were from down here.
We're not from down under.
You could try the metalworks.
Metalworks.
They
Okay.
do have a bit of a currency exchange. Maybe they'll change what you have for gold.
Very well. Keep that in mind. Thank you for your time and your service.
You as well. And as you begin to walk away from this quartermaster station and begin to get your first feelings of civilization in a very, very long time, that is where we are going to stop for this week.
Oh, hey, you didn't end it on a cliffhanger this time.
All right.
I
Everybody
don't
gets-
always end it
Shocker.
on a
We
cliffhanger.
don't always end on cliffhangers.
Gonna
No,
go
this
ahead and
is-
give everybody a 35 gold.
This is just,
Yeah.
a introduction. Well, not an
The
introduction,
cliffhanger
but
is now the what do we expect here
Yep.
now?
you are now at the start of a new milestone. So it is, getting you set up. Not every time is going to be a cliffhanger.
Ooh.
Next session, I'm just going on a rampage through the city. Not like a doing bad stuff rampage. Like I am just going off, running through all the streets, getting to know this place up and down.
You're a tourist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't forget your
absolutely.
camera. Take a selfie while you're at it.
The selfie stick.
Ruger is my camera. He is my selfie stick.
Oh, God.
35.
But yeah,
Alright.
that is going to do it for us tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time here, this is not the only show that we do, as on this upcoming Monday, we are going to have another episode of our longest running series of Destiny Forged, as we are in our 3rd campaign for that show. Every other Tuesday, we have a Star Wars campaign of Tales of the Outer Rim. This upcoming Thursday will be another episode of Tricorn Isles, with the rotation in the following week being Mass Effect Horizons, which is a 5th edition Mass Effect campaign run by Zorro. On the next Saturday, we will have Wayward Wanderers, which is a Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign run by Azerin. And I believe in 2 weeks will be the start of Would Be Heroes, which is going to be a
25th?
which is going to be a brand new superhero X-Men style inspired campaign using the Kids on Bike system that we are going to be running the last Saturday of every month.
Very excited for that.
Can't
Uh,
wait to watch it.
Woo!
Yep. I am super excited and I can't wait to begin causing hell. But yes, for now, we are going to head on out. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and we will catch you on Monday for another episode of Destiny Forged. Till then, have a good one.
I'm waving.